ask me, can I love? But it's not for free. My demons in my ocean and they grab on me. Sitting in my darkness just out of reach. I can see you in my dream, my final fantasy.
All right. I think we live. What is going on, everyone? Commodore last year, and welcome back to the 5th episode of Yap Piece. As you guys know, every single break week, we try to talk about the greatness that is the greatest adventure story ever told, as much as we possibly can during these break week times, man. But we are here today, though. Yap Piece episode 5. Talk about what had just went down recently in the most recent chapter of One Piece. One of the craziest chapters in quite a minute. And I'm not doing this alone. We got some individuals who came through, good brothers within the One Piece community, people I've known for a minute. They'll be tapping in for it. First and foremost, like the stream, very important. Helps us out with the algorithm pushing across YouTube because they don't like to promote our content over here for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason would be, let's say. But if you guys want to help a brother out, make sure to like the stream. If you're watching on the VOD, like the VOD as well. Shout out to the VOD gang. And subscribe as well. We've already hit past 24K on the channel. But we got some individuals real quickly that I want to showcase right now that is in the chat right now that we're having the call and stuff. So we're going to be doing that. Of course, other people are going to be showing up afterwards later in the stream. So we'll definitely be doing that. But first and foremost, let me actually remember. Hold on. Let me click. Let me do this. Let me do that. Bang. Because we got some brothers in the call right now, man. Listen, one sec. Because we got Daksake, the good brother Daksake. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to my boy JD Legend. And of course, I couldn't do this without a fellow brother from the 6, Naya D. Hemmings Young Paperwork. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute.
I know it's been a while since I've appeared anywhere. Well, hello. I'm back. I'm here.
Oh, we out here, man. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's been I know for y'all, it's been a little bit since I've last I talk to y'all every single day. You know what it is, man. But like when it comes to just talking about One Piece on the channel and stuff, or just doing these collabs and stuff, I feel like we don't get to do this a lot. So it's nice to be able to actually have the break week, sit down, talk about what's been going on, and just checking in on the good brothers, bro. Because that's what we should be doing every single week. So how y'all been though? First and foremost, that's the most important thing.
I've been good, man. I'm surprised you shouted out Cleveland, Ohio earlier, since the Raptors and Cavs might be playing here in a couple weeks in the playoffs. But we've been good. We've been good, man. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, that's gonna be a good series, man. Win or lose, you know what it is, Dak. Hopefully it'll be my side, but
this might be your last chance till LeBron comes back next year. So
no. We go.
LeBron to round 2.
No, chill. Some wounds still hurt, bro. Chill.
He can't keep playing. He's like 88.
Nah, he washed, man. He washed. Yo, Jay, what's good though, bro? What's good, bro? Hey, man, I felt like I haven't talked to you in a minute, brother. What's fucking good, Panda?
Yeah. Anyway, Jay.
Hey,
Well, look, he is washed. But still
what's good, fam? I mean, hey, listen, number 2. It's not bad. It's not bad. What's good, though, brother?
It's all right,
yeah. What you see?
Good.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But we're here to talk. We're the Yap, man.
You're here to Yap, bro.
I haven't seen Naya in a long time. Although I think the last time I spoke to you was like maybe a month ago, a couple of weeks ago. So it's good to be on the stream with Naya again. Good to see you again, Dax. So yeah, just happy to be here.
No, for sure. I mean, because I think because Naya Jay is the first time being on Yap Piece, and I know Dak is familiar with this, the first early episodes and stuff. But yeah, basically, we just go Yap about all things One Piece related. Obviously, a few days have passed. We'll talk about 1179 just briefly and stuff. May go through predictions of what we think might go down in the next chapter, and then obviously the big topic and the title of the video and stuff is just talking about has Elbaf's ending changed for any of us after the recent events that just happened. Because for me personally, I felt like that would be the case, but obviously we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But regarding 1179, but before we actually do that, because I usually do roll call and stuff beforehand, so shout out to people who are actually coming through in the chat, because we always do that. I respect for the crew and all that. Riaz, what's good? Scale, what's going on? King of the Indies, what's going on? Winston, what's going on? Jacko, my boy, what is going on, fam? Sekai. Twitchy, what's going on? Willa Dream, what's going on? Eden's my boy, what's going on, fam? We got a lot of people that are in here. Scale is in here too as well. Tap in, man. But yeah, 1179, crazy chapter that came out recently. Obviously, ton of reactions, ton of reviews, all that. Few days have passed though. How are we feeling so far about that chapter? And has anything changed? Or are we still feeling like it's 1,179 in a row, guys?
I mean, it's definitely 1,179 in a row
see?
for sure, man.
Love to see it.
I mean, I know why there's a break week, but like I wish there wasn't one. I'm kind of ready for 1180 at this point because I feel like I've like gone through all the theories. But man, yeah, it was a huge moment. It feels like 1044 all over again. But like the opposite, right? Because now we got Demon Emu showing up. So man, it's a good time to be a One Piece fan for sure.
No, definitely. What are you saying, Jay?
They're asking to bump
I
up the
mean,
audio a little bit in the chat. By the
Little
way,
bit, little bit. Okay, because I want to say too loud or not. But y'all, let me know.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm generally like I'm blown away by Emu's design in general. I think
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I think after Orochi, I was kind of a little scarred. I was like, man, is Oda gonna give Emu like he's hiding Emu for so long? If he is he gonna have some design that's gonna be super goofy or and it's like Emu's such a serious character, so I didn't know, but I just was not expecting, Sage of the Sixth Path meets like I don't know Yaksha from Wukong. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Yeah,
wasn't expecting that. So like when I see that, I'm like, so that's a very interesting design. There's a lot of cool things to kind of think about. Even the fact that his power, it said power, not devil fruit power, which is the devil's fruit. So I'm just like, okay, so there's more to Emu than we thought. It's not just the devil fruit power. He created the devil fruit power. It's a power itself. So I was like, bro, okay, that's really interesting. And I mean, in general, Elbaf, it seems to be running like most One Piece arcs, where there's a really slow, dry period, and then there's like something like a backstory that kind of sets the stage for everything else to make more sense and other characters in the story to make more sense.
Mm.
And now we're kind of in that, well, have we hit our climax yet? Is this going to be a beginning of the end of the arc? Like, I don't know. So I would say things are interesting right now. I
yeah.
think it's really interesting.
For sure. Like that design though, like honestly, like because obviously, like we've been through this before so many times with characters in One Piece where it's like, they have this crazy silhouette going on. I think the most recent one we could say is Loki. Going back to Whole Cake Island. I was in fear of what the hell that design was gonna be based on the initial little thing Oda was doing. And then honestly to me, one of the coolest designs in the whole series, only to be triumphed recently by Emu. So it's like Oda had to come correct. And I'm hoping that's gonna be the case. Like, if it looks like a silly little thing, it's just gonna be gas the whole way around, and I'm definitely a massive fan of that. It's a lot of the inspirations and stuff that he went with it. I don't know if like for Night, I know like because we talk a little about sometimes like different stuff, different series. I know how much you and I both enjoyed Zelda, but the lens of truth. I mean, when I saw that hand,
Yeah.
brother, I was just like, brother, like, hey man, I don't know how far deep in the bag Oda wants to go with it, but how are you feeling though about the design and just the chapter in general? Obviously, we could talk about too, but just like what we feeling though about Emu so far. We actually got to see him out, damn Squidward silhouette cape nonsense that they were in.
I would argue for the first time I'm finally intrigued by Emu. It's not to say that like I understood in an objective sense. I'm like, okay, this is an important character that's got the reins of the One Piece world by their hands in the
Hmm.
background, but I didn't care personally. I was like, Emu's just
Yeah,
walking around, like not doing
Yeah.
anything. And I kind of felt in this chapter, at least from the TCB scans that I read, that I really enjoyed it. It's almost like Emu admitted like we've been idle, arrogant,
yep,
prideful, sitting on our ass, and is like, no, I'm gonna go. Like enough. Kind of put the Thanos glove on from like MCU and said I'll do it myself.
yeah,
And then the design was really dope. So now I'm like, okay, now you have my attention. So I can say really for the first time, I'm really intrigued by Emu, and I really did like the fact that it was like the devil's fruit. I'm like, that's interesting. What
yeah,
does that
yeah,
really mean? So I haven't like gone through all the weird stuff happening. I do get some Sheikah and certain like lens of truth like
yeah,
symbolism from it. I haven't really looked at all of it deeply in detail yet, so I don't know if like people have already started like analyzing it and it's like, oh, this from this culture, this from that culture. But I'm like,
hmm
this to me was one of the better reveals, if I'm being honest. I thought it was a really good one.
no, for sure, for sure. I mean, just like in general, just like it's just crazy to me that like if you asked me to say like 3 chapters ago, like I think Emu had a chance of popping up in this arc. I don't know if I would say for certainty, just because it's like we had the girl say an egghead, the Holy Knights. I figured would have a big deal to play. In this arc wasn't the case really, but now that they've pulled up though, it's just like it really threw a bit of a wrench into the works of what I thought how this arc was going to end and probably how long we actually have left. Because I've been seeing a lot of people say we're probably going to wrap this up in a month. Some people, myself included, believe a major conflict could be done by the time it's July. But us getting off the island probably not gonna happen until maybe like September, October. Y'all chime in at any point though. But like,
I,
what
I
do you
also
guys
thought
think
it was
is
a good
happening? Like, yeah,
to to introduce Emu now or bring Emu here, because I've always felt like the scales were tipped in our favor in terms of like even with the Domi Reversi stuff. I
Yeah.
was like, well, Bonnie could kind of like maybe DA someone like your Rule or Scopper, and then we got like a incredible combatant on our side. We got Zoro, we got Sanji, we got Luffy, we got my boy Loki. Like we're good. Like I
Yes,
felt like
exactly.
I always felt really good. And until Emu was like, I'm coming myself, now I'm like, okay, perhaps we're not ready for this type of smoke yet. So I really
Nah.
felt like Oda injected a lot of suspense right back into the arc. Not that I wasn't enjoying it, but I just didn't feel like the combatants on our side were really in danger to the point where the Holy Knights got packed up and Sanji's like, bro, we let you guys come make all this trouble? Sanji was sick. He was sick.
Yeah. No,
And now
just
I'm like, I
it's
get that.
and it's wild too because like when you go back and look at it too, it's just like, bro, we have to thank Usopp for the fact that Emu's even here because let's keep it a buck, right? We had Rox, Roger, all the men that pulled up on God Valley. Not a single one was able to bring the real Emu there. Usopp called that boy a coward. He said bet, and he showed up. So whatever
I did
that's.
see on Twitter. That was funny.
I mean, hey, listen, you got to give God Usopp his credit. But I'm curious though from you guys, and I saw Brago just pull up right now. I know you didn't want to interrupt. That's a good brother there, man. But Brago, Wagwan, man. But do you guys think that the Straw Hats are gonna have any involvement regarding what's happening here with Emu coming in? Because it's like I don't think they should be able to do anything realistically, but like you imagine like at least attempt to do something. Like, if whether they be helping out Luffy, just stall time, something, or you just think they're just gonna get whacked and it is what it is.
Well, one important thing that I've been bringing up like every stream and video I've done is that the Straw Hats are all really separated right now. Like they're all not close to Emu. The only ones close to Emu are Zoro and Chopper right now. And there's also like a ring of fire on the ground, and we don't know how everything works yet, but a lot of theories are saying that might be like a bird cage or some kind of like barrier situation. And so with Zoro and Chopper being the only ones in the circle right now near Emu, I feel like that's going to set up a situation where like they got to deal with it right now, and then like the other Straw Hats are going to try getting there and helping, and maybe they got to like get through the barrier first or whatever. But near term, man, I think Zoro's about to fight Emu. I think that's like first on the docket. It's like King of
Yeah.
Hell versus the real King of Hell type of thing.
Not for sure. Like, oh man, I can't wait. But I'm also kind of nervous too about it because it's like there's no way in hell Emu should lose in this encounter whatsoever. But at the same time, it's like story ends next week. Then you know what I
Well,
mean. So it's like,
Yeah, we're definitely getting out of here. It's just how, and is Emu going to pass up from the sickness first? Is
that's
someone
what
going
I
to
was
step
gonna bring
up?
up.
yeah.
Like, is bro okay?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That boy just spitting out blood and everything too. Brago, Wagwan, brother.
What's happening? What's happening, family? How we feeling? How we feeling?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Doing good. I'm doing good. We here got to talk about the greatness.
Absolutely,
Wait,
man.
I just got in. So, do we think Emu's gonna lose here? Is that what we thinking?
I don't think so, but it's like, how do you see it playing out, Brago? Because it's like, if they pulled up right now, realistically, they shouldn't lose. But how do you escape out of this, right? Because it's not like the girl say Egghead. We got the Mickey with Joy Boy and the
Yeah.
knot. We don't got unless we got a knot somewhere in that laboratory or in the Heaven Realm. I don't know, man.
I think Emu can't lose here.
Right.
Like, I don't think he can lose at all. I think Oda already gave himself an out with the coughing up blood. So if Emu has to go back, it's like, well, he was coughing up blood at the beginning. So I don't think there's a chance he loses here. I think it has to be a showcase. Because if Emu loses here and then we have to fight him again, it kind of takes away some of the tension and I think just the overall feel of the final war. So I think Emu has to go on a generational run and the Straw Hats get out because Emu is kind of on a timer.
Yeah.
Right? So I think the Straw Hats are going to kind of get away on that, but I think for the most part this should be an Emu flex. And I think it should be some major consequence, not a death. A death might be too much. This is One Piece, but I think maybe like I was saying, a kidnapping. Emu takes somebody with him.
Yeah.
Of course, Emu is definitely taking back like the other God Knights, but something else, somebody else, just to leave an impact, because this is his actual body. Well, a form of his body, we think, but nah, the Straw Hats they can't. I think they hold him off for a little bit, but. Nah. Emu has to show strength here.
No, for sure. Because it's just like it would be a cool showcase to display, no, definitely. But it's like I don't know, man. It's just I can't. I would love to see Straw Hats, have like their Thriller Bark moment where everyone just pulls up and tries to do what they can against Oars. But this is different from Oars, man. This is like somebody from like that played a major factor in how shaping the world and what it became and stuff. Maybe not just the first world, second world, this
Yeah.
one too. It's like because there's a lot of stuff about Emu that's just crazy. I don't know if you guys. I think I talked about this with you, Brago, like when we did your discussion
Mhm.
right after the chapter when we talk about that weapon that Emu had and how
Yeah.
it looks very similar to the one that Joy Boy has in the first depiction of him. I think going back to I want to say when Egghead or in I think it was in Elbaph, it was one of the parts, but yeah, there's the same weapon that they might have had and stuff. And I don't know if there's gonna be some correlations of that. Maybe there's things that Emu's gonna be utilizing that makes some people may remember that it has something to do with Joy Boy or something we're probably only gonna find out once we get the Void Century, which I think it's got to be coming real soon if this is happening like right now.
I think Void Sentry stuff is probably towards the end of the arc. Like I mean, I think the arc is close to its end anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know what y'all think. Like 10 chapters left of Elbaf max.
I genuinely don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah,
I
because
haven't
this.
thought about that.
Yeah, it's just like I can see maybe it could end in a month. Maybe it gets extended somehow, some way. Like, it's a very interesting spot because it's like usually you would think you would have an idea, but it's like this is one of those rare times where Oda really just has us just like I
We
don't
gotta
know.
go to the Heaven Realm, right? And
That's the
we're
thing. We
gonna
still gotta
get
be there.
a
Yeah,
breakdown of the mural, right? Because there are things that we didn't see.
yeah.
I think we have a whole conversation with Biblo.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a crack theory that Shanks shows back up, and then we have that moment in Elbaf as far as the planning from this point forward, because we really don't know where we're going next. And I'm starting to think that we could have a bunch of people split up. Now the Strides, they probably stay together because we still have to go to probably Lodestar, and then it also depends on how you see the story going. Is going to Laugh Tale the final thing, or are we going to like fight the war then go to Laugh Tale? Because if going to Laugh Tale is the final thing, I think the Strides could split up here.
Yeah.
Where I don't know, maybe Loki and somebody else goes to like Punk Hazard, right? To kind of thaw out some of the giants. I think it could be a situation where like we start going to different places of the world to kind of collect people for the final battle. But it could go anywhere. But I think we get a lore drop towards the end of the arc with Biblo and the books and then the Heaven Realm, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got a little ways to go. Because I mean, this Emu stuff is probably going to be wrapped up in like 10 chapters or so. But like you're saying with the Heaven Realm and the Biblo stuff, and who knows what other kind of twists Oda can show, throughout this arc. Because who knew we were going to get this really long Rocks flashback type of thing. I think we got a couple more twists, but yeah, I mean, it's probably going to end like, I don't know, within 30 for sure. I would say 30, 40, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like if you have to, I was like, let's see at end of the year. End of the year, we probably are out of that arc because 1200, like based on the schedules and how the breaks happen and stuff. I think by November we're supposed to be getting chapter 1200. And I know Oda, like he loves to play around with the numbers and stuff afterwards in terms of like beatings and stuff. So I feel like this might be the one occasions where he's gonna push it to then, which is why I think like we were talking about Brago, it's like the laboratory probably get more stuff, the mural, the Heaven Realm. There's even stuff with I remember with Gabon saying to Luffy, he's like, "Yo, if this island's still intact, come see me." And that feels like there's some details about that too. We also got to figure out too what the hell Louis Arnaud was talking about that you can't stay in this island too long for whatever reason.
And
right?
Laz, you know who we got to see this arc, right?
We have to see him, bro. You already know, man. Mighty Monk boy, yo, this is my dog. Yes, sir.
Rouge here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
man.
Gotta show up.
Yo,
does
big
Rouge
dog.
got
Bro, everything, man. Everything.
He's up in the
bro.
Heaven Realm waiting right now.
It won't be nothing. It'll be everything. Facts, bro. Facts, man.
Getting a Rouge here is gonna be tough because we feel like the arc is about to end. So he shows up like
that's the
at
thing.
the end of the
That's
arc.
the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he goes with the Straw Hats. Again, if they do the split up thing and then now Rouge is traveling with us to go to the next place, but him showing up towards the end of like close.
I would be bitter about it. I'll be
there might just be more to the arc than we know, right? Like once
That's
we get past this Emu stuff, maybe Oda's going to introduce another problem that we're going to be here. I mean, go back to Egghead. We were like dipping around the rest of the world for a while, so it could be something like that, where like maybe Rouge does show up at the end of the arc from like the Straw Hats perspective, but from us, maybe we'll dip around for a while, so it'll feel like he was there longer. But
because Elbaf is around what 50 something chapters,
53, 54,
around
That's right around Water 7 any sloppy.
Mhm.
So Alabasta was like 60, Skype is 60, Egghead was 60, damn near 70. So if we think it could be a more grander arc than Egghead, we should have like 20 chapters left.
Yeah. And if you factor in all the breaks, how they work, like that pushes
Yeah.
towards the end of the year because we get like
That's
what,
like
36 chapters a year, technically 34,
yeah,
36. So
it would push it to next summer
yeah,
around there.
pretty much.
So, but I just it's hard to think of the twist after Emu. I don't know how long the showcase is gonna last,
Yeah.
but it just feels like we're towards the end. But like I said, anything can happen. So many things can
Yeah.
happen.
Like
Shamrock
one
comes back,
chapter,
like
that's what I'm saying. One chapter,
yeah.
everything just flips after, right? But yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
for it
just
to be extended, we
Mhm.
need more people though, right?
we
Yeah, I
definitely need
mean,
more
Big Mom
people.
Kaido come back. I
Oh my
mean,
god, can
you
you
never
imagine?
know. I
Can
mean,
you
Anel
imagine?
comes back. There's a lot of options. I don't know if it's not gonna be all of them. I
Yeah.
would
Enel
imagine, but
would be fun. It's just it's just it kind of feels like we've outgrown Enel.
Well,
But
I see. The thing is, I can't say that fully, and I think Doc might know this because, like, when we do our researches and stuff and look at things, and maybe this is me looking too deep into it. But Brago, I don't know if you noticed on the Steel Heart for Summers
yeah.
in this chapter. So if you look at the clock, and I know it's a very specific thing, but like people have done crazier things when it comes to spotting things that could allude to something in chapters
yeah, I
after.
did see that.
About Anel's cover story about the
Yeah.
automata is the same clockwork. I'm just
Yep.
saying, bro.
Yeah, the space
So
pirates.
if that tech is supposed to be responsible for Bill and Bro's heart, who know what Anel cooking right now up in the moon, man?
Yeah, and Laz, did you see the other dude who's like he's wielding a staff with a bunch of black clouds?
Yes, I
up top
did.
on the
I
mural?
did. I
I'm like,
did.
yo,
Yeah,
did
yeah,
Emu
yeah.
take that dude's weapon?
It's gotta be.
Right?
It's gotta be, man. It's gotta be,
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I mean, either Anel's coming here or we're going to him.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
know?
for sure.
I
And
mean,
that would be a crazy dimension. Go to the heaven realm, and then you have to like that's where you gotta go all the way up there. It's like I don't know how they make it happen, but it's just like, hey, I'm here for it, bro.
put the super cola in the sunny and Kude burst, man. Then you're
Yeah.
going into orbit. You know,
That's facts. Shout out
Super Cola into the sun.
to
I didn't think about that.
hey, yeah. I mean,
that,
hey,
that Kude burst would be crazy.
yeah. I feel like that could be the case to how we get off the island as well. But I like it's weird because that depends if like Emu's still there, which I think Emu ends up going back to Merjawa. It's just a matter of like the means, right?
Yeah.
Because we kind of had the
I
idea
like the
Conquer's
idea.
Hawk is involved.
Someone brought it up earlier. I like
Mhm.
the idea that he's a bit on a timer.
Yeah, like a
That
five
last thing.
5-minute timer, like because it would make sense because like yo, if he didn't have this timer, the story's over. What chance do we
I don't know
have?
that I 100% believe that. Like, I wouldn't be shocked that Emu is stronger than like a Loki and Luffy, but I don't know how. I would have to just see it to believe it. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you guys. I'm a big Loki glazer, and like
I
when
love
you
him,
guys see
bro.
my list and where I put
Same.
him,
Yeah,
mind your own
he,
business.
You know, I'm
goated.
the same.
He's so
I-
goated.
Nah, nah, I'm
bro.
with you.
To the
Nah,
point-
don't even
Yeah.
nah,
to the
don't.
point.
Yeah.
To
I'm
the
in
point
your
where-
business.
With,
I'm
with
Yeah.
the Shanks thing, I need to see that to believe it. I don't believe it. I think it's cap.
Yeah, no,
It's
go
cap.
ahead, go
No, I
ahead,
ain't
go
gonna-
ahead.
It's off screen
I gotta
cap, bro.
see it.
That's good
PR.
glaze.
Ain't no way Shanks.
I'm sorry.
I
I
mean,
am
off
moved.
PR, bro.
I got Loki top 10 all time
Facts.
based on how things play out. I mean, that makes the most sense to me. But
Yeah,
it's kind of like I wonder about just Loki's. It's kind of the same feeling I have about Yamato. Where
yeah,
it's just how many of these situations has like Loki been in, like where it's like a fight to the death, damn near. I
True.
think, and then for Emu, I kind of look at him as like end game.
yeah.
And I mean, a lot of us feel like Blackbeard's the final villain anyway,
Yes.
but I
Yep,
still would
I know.
like for it to kind of feel like, okay, there's somebody else that has a chance. If they beat Emu here, then only thing that's left is for Emu to go back to the Marriagewa and Blackbeard's just there waiting for him.
Right.
So, I would hope Emu
To
would
me,
be
there could
stronger
be
than both.
like a multitude of things that Emu can do beside direct combat that could really cause a lot of problems. This is why I'm not like, I don't know, just one of those things where like, you know me, I tend to like to wait and see it before I'm like,
Yeah.
I jump to any crazy conclusions. But again, I'm just I glaze Loki like crazy, so I
But also
understand,
Loki's
like,
hurt.
my
Yeah,
chat
he's
is
still
always-
recovering from all those injuries
Also,
from
yeah, he's still
prior and stuff
recovering.
too.
Yep.
So it's like,
It
yeah, like
says it's gonna
I-
take him a while to recover. So
they said like
that's still
months it
okay.
was gonna take, which
Yeah,
is
it's
like
gonna
I
take months.
believe it.
Yeah.
I kind of started to think about it a lot more where I was like, wait a minute. When Harold and him were kind of having their clash when he got like the level 2 deep sea contract,
Yeah,
I remember
Yeah.
Loki saying something along the lines of, where is this like reserve of strength coming from? which
Mm.
almost made it seem to me already that Loki had already kind of matched Herald's strength, or was at least close to surpassing him, to the point where him getting that buff from Emu was the thing that was making him stronger than Loki now already. And from there, it was over. I just started
Yeah.
going crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
And
just
I
in
like
general,
Ragnir.
I just kind of saw like
Ragnir
the
and Luffy
direction.
hitting emotes
Bro.
on Loki is hilarious.
Bro, can we put some respect on Ragnir's name, by the way? Because that's one of the
Goat.
funniest things Oda's done, but one of the goats, bro. Like, just straight up, man.
Easily.
Like, this whole ass squirrel popping in from the hammer and stuff. I'll be like, bro, I haven't laughed that hard in a minute, genuinely. Because I'm just like,
What
yo,
is that,
how do you
Ragnir or
think of
Kaido?
this? Bro, hey, it's not crazy.
Ragnir
It's,
over
it's not that
Kaido.
crazy, to be
Yeah.
honest.
That's kind of
Bro,
funny.
Yeah.
no,
Strongest beast.
Bro, go think
that's
about
strongest
insane.
we
beast,
got the
Ragnir.
forest god now, bro. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's crazy
That's funny.
anymore.
The Kaido disrespect just keeps getting worse.
I took one look at Loki and I
It is,
started
it is.
disrespecting Kaido. I'm not gonna lie.
I
to you.
can't.
Nah,
Man,
because it's
I
like
can't.
it's they talk about power clip, but so I think Bronco brings up a good point in terms of the fact that if you're looking at Loki and Yamato in terms of battle experience,
Yeah.
pales in comparison to Kaido. Like they just don't got it. Like they don't. They don't have that. It's like somebody that's like sick of a fighter that has like elite talent, but he's only fought 10 fights versus a champion that's fought 50 fights and he got one loss on his record.
That's why for
Like,
Loki, I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if Shanks got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's just at the end of the day, it's just more experience there. So, I do think Loki ultimately is going to be top 10 all time. I feel like he's already there, but like, how much does experience factor in? But we
It
did do this already
does,
with
yeah.
the God Knights. A lot of people, not we, I'm gonna say y'all. A lot of people, the God Knights over the Admirals as soon as these niggas showed up.
I'm
So
putting Ragnir.
that's insane.
Hey, bro, shout out to the boy, man. Shit. But I mean, listen,
I
bro, like I
defended
said,
Kaido a lot. I'm not even a Kaido hater. I like
you know
Loki.
what, you know what it is,
Yeah,
man.
I like the rocks a lot too. As soon as I saw Loki, like after that flashback, I threw rocks in the friggin' garbage. Like Andy, was it Andy? Whoever it was in Toy Story. Like, I don't play
Yes,
this
yes.
anymore.
That's what that kind of reminds me of. For
And
a
I
sec.
like
It's
rocks. I'm not
damn.
even trying to diss. Like rocks is cool, but I'm like, give me Loki. I'm good.
Nah, bro.
but throwing rocks in the trash is crazy because that's
can't.
wild.
Nah.
It's
the
crazy
only
too
reason
because I'm a
the only reason
Blackbeard
why-
fan. Because I'm a Blackbeard fan, so it is crazy
That's
to
what
say
I'm
that.
saying.
The
Like,
reason why
I feel that.
It's because one of the last memories we had of Loki is or rocks is how we went out versus Emo.
I'm not
Just
even
too
mad
clear.
at him. I'm mad at Garling trying to say he's the champion of God Valley. I can't
Oh,
stand
bro,
that.
I
mean,
can't,
he
bro.
lived to tell the tale.
He did, but we gotta pack him up, man.
What did
He gotta
Luffy
go.
say? The winners get to dictate history, right?
Exactly.
Facts. That's facts.
He
That's
got hit
facts.
like I got hit.
Yo. Oh
just
my
saying,
god,
man.
man. But no, I just like, bro, I had my thought and it was gone. So that's the beauty of Yap piece, bro. Sometimes you have something and it's just gonna be gone after that. Yeah, no, I'll say something. I'm trying to remember what I said. I was gonna say.
All right, y'all. Any chance that the one to send Emu back is Usopp? Is that
I need
how he
that.
becomes Brave Warrior of the Sea?
I need that, bro. I'll take
I
that.
would say Usopp needs that, or Usopp fans need
Like-
that.
I need that for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
if,
I mean,
if all we have is what's happened so far, and this is Elbaf, like
Yeah, I'll be
I
disappointed.
think this is one of the first times where people are like, people are like, oh, this is like, Wano's supposed to be like Zoro's arc or whatever. I'll never fully subscribe to that theory. I totally get it with Usopp because it's Elbaf and like he's like the giant guy or whatever. But so I do think he's gonna have whatever moment or power up or whatever it is people are looking for. I don't know if it's sending Emu back home, but I'm here for it if it happens.
Yeah,
I think it could be perceived that way.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't bet on that.
yeah.
Like if you told me to bet, so it's like, go ahead.
Like maybe the timer runs
The timer
out.
runs
right
out,
as Usopp
right?
attacks
Yeah, it's gonna be a
him, and
timer,
They think,
yeah,
they think
bro.
it's him. Yeah.
But
Right.
you imagine,
And
yeah,
at
like
that
like
point-
it's timed perfectly to him catching a dub when we know it's not. You know what I mean?
I see
Like,
what you're saying. I could kind of see that happening.
yeah.
But then it's like, let's say everybody else is folded, right? Emu ran through everybody. Usopp gets up. Somehow he wields Ragnir. Emu's timer
Bro,
runs out.
man.
Then
You imagine
all the giants are like, damn, God Usopp. He sent Emu back. He sent Elbaf.
bro.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad
Yo,
at that.
can you imagine? It's like, yo, this reminds me of that warrior god and stuff. You just see a panel for panel of Poseidon. I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind, bro.
That's all we
Yeah,
need, bro. That's all we
Yo,
need.
the new Kratos, like, yo, that'd be crazy.
That's all
You know
we
how
need, bro.
Emu calls people by like their past name, right? Like Rox was Davy and Luffy's gonna like his Joy Boy and stuff. It'd be hilarious if Usopp was God of War Elbaf. You know?
Oh god.
Yeah. He would, like, but he would do it. Kratos with a long nose, bro. Like, hey, who says nah? Like, come on. I love how Twitchy just said right now in the chat. Ironically, I see Usopp yapping, stalling out the timer on Emu. That would be like classic Oda to do that kind of stuff, and I kind of like put that out the way. But nah, we gotta get the blamer out though, Usopp. You know what I mean? Like he gotta do
Usopp
it,
was talking crazy to Emu.
bro.
Did
That was
anyone-
special. That was special.
Did Emu kind of making the forest and stuff dance and kind of like bob to a rhythm kind of remind you a little bit of Big Mom and Luffy's ability?
That's what I got
Sure.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That was the first thing on my mind when I saw that. I just wonder what kind of music they're gonna go with. It's like some punk rock, some like heavy metal, like
heavy metal.
you know what I'm saying? Like it can't
It
be
has to
no
be a
doom
crazy
dada.
contrast to Gear 5.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you go some trap house, bro, amen. Why not?
I ain't
I
gonna
used
lie to you,
Who
like,
says
I'm
no?
telling you-
Who says no?
Nah,
Like,
Nah, I'm telling you right now, it's definitely Orochimaru organs, bro.
oh,
it's
that
gonna
would be
be,
so
definitely-
fire.
yeah.
That would be
It's
fire.
definitely
Yep,
some
yep.
dark organs.
It has to
bro.
be
It's gotta
ominous.
One of the two.
It has
Yeah.
to be ominous.
So I'm like, you know, like
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, when you're going up to fight
Yeah.
Ganondorf, the organs are playing like something like that, like a Ganondorf theme.
Yeah, no,
New
that would be
organs for
cold,
sure.
bro.
Somebody mentioned that how like all the wood was dancing. So no rocks, nothing, just like trees, houses.
Houses. Yeah, you're right.
It's stuff that has life specifically in it, which obviously that's
Or
what
they,
that
like,
is.
The
all the
Adam
people are
tree.
saying-
Yo, the Adam
Yeah.
tree.
People
Oh,
are saying
that-
he was a
oof.
forest god. So that's why
I mean,
what
y'all think he got Hashirama cells or something? Like, I think
Mm.
you might.
no.
You gotta see his chest.
Hey,
You gotta
we're all
see-
inspired by something, right? I mean, that
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
the case
Yeah,
for Oda.
That's what I'm saying. He got
Gotta see
Hashirama
his
cells,
chest.
Bro, but if he
Bro.
turns the Adam tree into like the Deku tree, but like on some crazy like walk or something, I don't know, man. Like that would be an
Well,
image
like-
to see though.
What would be a fail here for Emu though?
No
Not
body.
getting the Giants aside because that's like his whole thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, getting the Giants for sure, but a body on the resume, like in the real time.
Yeah, from our perspective, yeah, Emu needs a body for sure.
Because I'll just say right now, if they walk out with no body, Washington
Here's
Wizards.
the thing.
What we saying?
He needs a body, but like we're not gonna celebrate if it's dancing.
It's not. Yeah, it can't be
Or
Ja Rule.
Goldberg
You know what I'm
or
saying? It can't be
Frodo.
none of
Right,
that.
right,
No,
like-
man. Like,
yeah. I mean,
But it can't. But we
It's
know
gotta be
it's
Jarl,
not gonna be a
Dory,
straw
Brody.
hat.
no.
What about
Y'all think
Scalper?
Gabon? Y'all think Gabon? Like,
Scalper?
because that would be.
He could be cooked. He's also in the Ring of Fire. Right
What
by
about-
Emu
what
right
about-
now?
Well, I think what would add to it if Emu takes out Scalper and Ripley.
That would be because then Luffy has no choice.
Oh,
You got to
man.
raise that boy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
then he
thi-
becomes apprentice.
Yeah. And I think that's I mean that would hurt, but I think I could see that being a thing because it's like you can't
We
let
just
Emu
need-
walk away with nothing.
We just need something of consequence, bro.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
something,
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
so that we could feel that the threat of what this freak was doing for like hundreds and hundreds of years. You know?
Because I mean,
What if Emu's presence and power like maybe he doesn't kill anybody, but he like actually really demoralizes somebody or a few people that are of prominent strength, and they're like, "This is what we have to face." Like, how could we ever win with that? Would that count or not enough? I don't want to say
Some
Luffy because
bodies on
Luffy
the
already
floor,
had that.
man.
He's already had that moment,
yeah,
like with
I don't
the
think
time skip. But
that would work, but it's just because the Straw Hats in there, like unflappable belief in Luffy, it would have to be like a total domination of Gear 5 to the point that it's like
if someone
no
says
chance.
Corona on steroids, yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
basically something like that. Something like that. Yeah, because it's like if Luffy was like fully healthy, if Luffy and Loki were fully healthy, I think they do something with Emu, right? Based on current condition and stuff. Because it's like one of those things where it's like, because I keep seeing people saying that they'll get bodied regardless, even if they're fully healthy. I'm like, I don't know, man. The stuff that like, Loki was doing with the Niflheim and stuff, man, it's just like I can't rule it out. Recon, Wagwan, brother.
¿Qué pasó, papis? ¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó, papi?
¿Qué pasa?
What's going on, man?
What's up, Recon?
What's good,
How you
y'all,
doing,
man?
man?
Penny.
Doing good, bro.
What's happening, man?
It's good to see the boys, you know.
It is, bro.
Always good.
Shout out to Oda,
We got a young
man.
author in here. We got a young author. In here.
We do, bro. He's
Hey,
been
soon,
writing the story,
hashtag soon.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Soon.
Hashtag.
Love to see it.
Shout out Recon, yo. Yo, Recon, how you been though, brother, first and foremost? And how we feeling about 1,179 in a row?
I mean, you know, hey, first and
In a row
foremost,
is
lads,
Hey,
we're
man.
in, it's a,
What's up?
it's a good time to say the least. Not, but on a serious note, dude, doing good. Shout out to United, third place. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? We're
facts,
in
facts.
there. We're in there. But
Big facts.
but for One Piece stuff, Oda's been killing, especially with the last chapter. I had a lot of fun reading that one. It's one that we've been waiting for a minute too, bro. Like I was looking back to the week that I was in DC for the Reverie chapter reveals, and I was like, man, has it really been since 2018 that we've been waiting on Emu's like reveal? And it really has been that long, bro. And just to see it, the implications that it has. Can't wait to see what was really going on in the Void Century. The whole the Devil Fruit concept is so cool to me. But man, what a time, bro! Like we're actually here on Elbaf. Like, bro, the other day I was thinking, like, man, whenever I first entered the community back during the end of Punk Hazard, and we were talking about, I can't wait to get to Kaido and whatnot.
Yeah,
bro, we're at the
Look
end,
where we are now, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually here, so it's been a lot of fun, man. So shout out to Elbaf, shout out to Oda, and shout out to the boys, man. Just glad to be here with y'all.
Not for real, man. Because I mean, even for Brago, like this, like how long I've known you, man. Like we've been like here since what Dressrosa, beginning days Dressrosa, and like see now like Dolphy and all that to now to this, bro. Like it really puts in perspective how insane this journey has been from then to now, man.
For sure.
Yeah, the scale is crazy. How every arc is kind of grown as far as the threat level, the powers, the abilities. Now you got Emu. It's like we feel like it's the top of the food chain. So I mean it's surreal every time, and you try to enjoy the moment and kind of bask in it because at some point it's gonna be like, all right, yo, last chapter of One Piece, how we feeling?
Yeah,
this is it, nothing new.
Yeah, man.
It is a surreal feeling. I definitely felt that way too on Egghead, where it's like, look at the Yonko crew having to go up against the world government. Like they really like, okay, we can't let you run
like,
rampant
really
any
on the
longer.
Goro save, man. Like
they all pulled up. Like I feel that.
That Kizaru clash
It is
definitely
crazy
made
to
me
be
feel that.
Yeah,
for sure.
It did
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, that was one that was like, oh shit, like to be here.
We're at the end,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
You're 100%, bro.
Kizaru, next time I see you, need to drop 30, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah.
35.
35. A light 36.
Don't do that to me ever again, bro.
What was wrong with Kizaru? But what was wrong with Kizaru's performance in that game? Because I think Kizaru came out well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, look,
I think it's less about Kizaru. It's more about Oda's direction.
Yes, there you go.
It's more so like just me being emotional, like putting all my emotion into it. That's my favorite Marine. I just been waiting to see him get active, and this is what happens when it's finally time. And I'm like, no,
No, I get you. So I'm with you.
Everybody, I think a lot of people agree with you.
That's totally not fair to Oda. Like that's my own expectation. Like I accept what happened. I get it. He was emotionally and mentally kind of conflicted. I think it all makes sense. But that's why I say the next time I see it, I'm not trying to hear that.
Listen, I think it is fair. I think it is fair to expect for these niggas to go crazy. We've been waiting 100%. For Admiral versus Yonko.
Status is status for a reason. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And we saw what Kizaru did to them in Sabaody. We wanted to get back. Like 100%. Full out, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wanted to see them go crazy. But
bro, it's like if I go watch Michael Jordan go play and I drop him 40, what are we doing?
Come on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we doing Jordan propaganda in here. That's
yo. If LeBron show up to work, man, I'm happy to.
I think it's time like a loose analogy is kind of like we've been talking about LeBron versus Kobe all season.
Yeah.
And then they finally meet in the finals, and then they play game one, and they sit out the rest of the series.
Pretty much.
What I feel like. Yeah, it would. That's actually a good way to put it. Yeah, it would.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then he bought us some McDonald's. He bought us some McDonald's at game
citing mental health
facts, bro.
Right. Precautionary. Everybody like, what? We've been waiting for this.
What is going on?
The KRS-One puppet commercial, y'all can hype me up.
Oh my god, yeah, no, man.
Oh,
it'd be like one of them Nickelodeon games and shit that we get instead.
But like I said, we agree. It makes sense with like how Kizaru was conflicted. It's like a lot of good
for sure
stuff. But
great credit.
And just to answer something in the chat, I don't mind if he was outclassed and got his ass handed to him. I just wanted to see a better showcase. That's all I really wanted.
Yeah. I was gonna interrupt real quick, but like I just seen the voting right now on the Kaido and Ragnir, and we had a decent amount of voting. It's split 50-50 right now, man.
That's crazy.
So
what's the vote? What's the vote?
Yeah. Okay, Kaido took it back a little bit, but you never know, man. It might go back 50-50.
Come on.
But yeah, no, Recon, I was just going to ask, because obviously I asked everybody, how they felt about
Mhm.
1179. Obviously, from the reviews, reactions, streams, all that.
Mm.
But I haven't had you in a minute. I know the boys haven't heard from you in a minute, so speak on it, man. Like, what are we feeling about the emu design? Just all the stuff that happened in the chapter and stuff, and just speak your piece on it.
Dude, it was just so crazy because up until that point, we'd seen everybody like when they get summoned, they come from below. So when I saw the circle pop up in the sky, I was like, bro, wait, what's going on? Is this really what we're doing right here? And something I really liked about the chapter outside of the emu reveal itself was that little section when we cut over and we got to see like sort of emu's thought process throughout all the stuff that's been happening. And so that was another thing that really made me think about the whole journey too, because we were sort of seeing the journey through emu's eyes. Like back during the Marineford stuff, obviously the Reverie stuff. And it was just so interesting to see that from emu's perspective. It sort of reminded me like a Game of Thrones it to a certain extent, where you finally get the POV that you've been waiting to see from like a certain character for so long.
Oh yeah.
And that's exactly what we got there. But bro, when we got to the end, and this is like the Dragon Ball Z fan in me, you know what I'm saying? When we got to the end of the chapter and you just saw like the aura, the hockey, and it's just exploding all over the place. And I'm like, I already know who's about to pull up. No one else, this could be literally nobody else. So when we finally got the reveal, what I love so much about the reveal is that it feels so mystical while at the same time still feels One Piece. To the point to where I feel like Oda's been really consistent with that in Elbaf, where we've had so many cool designs that also feel so One Piece. That with Emu, because we're cooking with this being either second, I mean, I think he's second to last. Final villain, but we can have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Because big Blackbeard gang, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy.
Speak on
baby.
Yes,
Tell him.
Bro.
But on a serious note, like I really do think that that with the emu stuff, we're about to see probably our closest look into the origin of devil fruits, just based on what he's about to do. The showcase. What I'm hoping for, coming off like the next couple chapters, I better see my guy go like 2000 Stone Cold Steve Austin with a steel chair and just start whacking.
Just whoop everybody.
Bodies. You know what I'm saying? Just catch straight bodies.
Bro.
So I'm hoping, like, the Dragon Ball Z fan in me is really hoping for a really cool showcase over the next like 10 chapters of just super cool abilities, people getting either dog walked or super cool clashes. But it was just so cool to see emu themselves pulling up the way they did, because obviously in God Valley we saw blob emu or hot dog emu, whatever we call them.
I haven't heard that one yet. That's hideous.
taking on like the legends, and I was like, man, I would love to see something like that in the current time, and it looks like we're about to get that, especially since Zoro is the closest one to emu. Like I'm excited to see the dynamics, and obviously as like a tard for that kind of stuff, just to hear emu like all address them by their government, be like, yo, Nika, Nidhogg, Ryuma. It's just gonna go. It's just gonna be super.
That's what
cool.
he remembers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so I'm hoping we get some more stuff, like, y'all remember a couple chapters ago where we saw Nika versus Nidhogg back in like all those years ago. I hope we get a couple more snippets and stuff like that throughout the next couple of chapters. But outside of that, man, just to have emu here is cool enough. But to have like emu, not Gunko emu, not hot dog emu. This is emu.
Yeah.
And rocking one of the coolest designs in the series. So super excited to see it, especially with the devil fruit. I want to know what that means. Like,
the Akuma and stuff, like the
devil's
different
fruit.
translations, like that's
like I don't know. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, because when you see you have the devil's fruit,
exactly.
it's just like, does everything branch off from emu?
Precisely.
Emu's power?
It would sound like a Garden of Eden type situation, but instead like the actual source is the actual fruit itself. Because I mean, Vegapunk, the way he explained that whole thing about how it comes from the desires of what people want and stuff, and it manifested after.
Right.
That manifestation had to come from somewhere, which I think also kind of tells me that if some type of satanic devil fruit comes from emu, it tells us that probably it might be the opposite with Joy Boy. To kind of show different reflections, you know what I mean? Like,
not sure if you guys have seen this about Emu being the devil's fruit, meaning he is the fruit from the tree. Meaning he is
Ooh.
that's why he can't really leave Mary Joa.
I love that idea.
Because he's
That would
connected.
be
Yeah,
well,
he has to
yeah.
remain there. And you know where he is kind of aptly placed where the Eve tree
yeah.
is. So it's just
Yeah.
like, he's
That's
connected.
interesting.
He's a fruit, essentially.
I think they even had a name specifically for that area that Emu's in. Scale, I know you're in the chat, so let me know if you can actually if you got the name for that spot, because I think that's gonna be massively a big, not to mention Pangea Castle, where they're
Mhm.
actually at right there.
Right.
I think that should be enough of an idea of it's like, okay, something is, because it would tie back Brago to the whole thing of Dofi when he said, I saw this ultimate treasure was over there, and if I got my hands on the Opionomi and got this, it would have been
Mm.
GG's. Could that be that possibly, or it could even be Emu?
It's
Now
like-
I think about it,
Emu could be the inspiration for the name of devil fruits.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
good
know what I'm
point.
saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like it said the power is the devil's fruit. So it's just like,
Right.
is this the power that the original devil had? Right? So this is the fruit of
Mhm.
the devil. So it's just it kind of like, you got to think about it from Emu's, or from the perspective of Emu is not the first being ever.
Right.
So just like, how far back does this predate Emu? And then something when I was reading an old chapter, Ivankov called, he says Emu's from the Nerona dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how far
Family.
back does this, how far
Mhm.
back does it go?
Mhm.
Like, is this like,
If
Right.
they've been still around since
Like,
that time,
you know
because
what
it
I'm
feels
saying?
like
Like,
they've been
from
there
the
for that
beginning.
long. Yeah.
Like we could legit you guys are all Game of Thrones fans, right? Like in
Yes.
the, like when we go to 3,000 years ago, it could be like House of Dragon. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right,
Where we're
where-
seeing
That's Valeria and
with the
everything.
Targaryens.
Man.
Yeah,
the
right.
Targaryens, where it's just like, this goes back before Emu. Like, this was his
Yeah.
people's people. Like, this is
Yeah.
passed down. Where like his connection to, the Eve tree or the Adam tree, that's like a curse that's passed down
Right.
with the power of his family. We don't know, but it's just, I think a lot of us look at Emu as like, oh, the kind of like the first being, but nah, it's a lot that happened before him.
For
You
sure.
just got to see like, how it ties in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, just like that moment's gonna hit so heavy when we actually get that voice entry, because I don't know how y'all feel about the length, how long that's gonna be. But like, if Oda decided to start the year and end the year with the Void Sentry, I have no problems.
Look, bro, whatever
Not
the
a
Rock
single
flashback
problem.
was like 15 chapters. Make it double that. I'm good.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Like I'm
Yeah.
a Tehran arc.
yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh
listen,
my
Bro,
god,
I'm
Maki?
telling you, I've been
that would be the
begging.
dream. That would be the dream.
I've
peak.
been
Man.
begging.
I'd
I've
be
been
so
begging
peak.
for
That's-
the Void Sentry to
bro.
literally be Alma Tehran, because
Yeah.
I swear
Oh,
if
man.
he does that,
It's
it
such
will
a
be the best
special
arc in the
special
series.
flashback.
Like,
100%.
by a distance.
That'd be
Easily.
Because after Alma Tehran was done, the entirety of Maki changed completely.
100%.
The
Completely.
entire landscape, like everything
Yeah.
was different. I looked at everybody different. We had the best villain. Like Arba's
Mhm.
still to this day nightmares.
Yeah.
The face of
Tehran
Arba,
was
bro.
27
dog.
chapters.
Yeah.
too.
It was so
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
27 chapters. That's a whole year.
Yeah.
Legendary time, man. Yo, that Solomon chapter when it was dropping the Solomon's wisdom,
Bro,
and it had them.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Woo.
Maki, man. Oh my god, what a special series, dude. You know what's also even crazy too? I go back like another series that gave me big inspirations, and like I need to get that remake soon for the anime. But when I saw the Emu design, one of the first things I thought of immediately was Soul Eater. And I was like, the Fire Force, like that type of ilk and stuff. Yes.
yeah.
Then I was thinking, I'm like, bro, that's
I see
another
it.
series right there. I'm just like, I need that Brotherhood ASAP after Fire Force.
I
first stuff.
see it, bro.
You
With
know?
the eyes, with the eye.
Bro,
And
I'm saying the
design.
eyes, the horns, like
Yes.
just because we don't know the skin too. Like, I mean, for all we know, the skin could be red, like actual devil. Because people have been saying like maybe a darker shade and stuff. I think it's like straight red if it's like the devil, which would be crazy just to see. But like, oh nah, man, you see a lot of inspirations though. Like again, like Voice Century of Alma Tehran, one of the great flashbacks in manga, and it's a damn shame that we were never able to get that animated for
I
reasons
think
we
it's
probably
just
all know.
bold.
But
I don't know if Oda's
Yeah.
that bold to kind of take that much time away.
I think that's the
From
only
the
story.
Straw-
I think it's the only
from the
story that can
Straw
do it.
Hats.
It's Brago.
Well, it's like you got things like Hunter x
He-
Hunter is kind of
He
Yeah,
can
no, for
also
sure.
kind of cheat, right? Because if you want to say that Luffy is the third coming of Nico or whatever, you can have a Luffy-like character, like, oh, there's
That's
Nika,
true.
and he's like very Luffy-like, so you kind of
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a
I think-
facsimile of Luffy in the
Yeah.
flashback.
That's why I think Joy Boy
So-
might be that person. I generally think whatever the personality that is a Joy Boy is going to mirror that of Luffy's. to give people the thing where it's like we still have him, but not really there. But I don't know how others could feel about that because it's like, you know, when you make those connections, it's like, oh, of course, he's descendant of this and that. But it's like Davy Jones versus Joy Boy is going to happen again round 2 at the end of the story because it's going to be Blackbeard versus Luffy. You know what I mean? Which is why I wanted to bring up to with you guys because I've been seeing so many people saying, you know, Blackbeard's going to be out of here before Emu, this and that and that. I'm pretty sure all of us in this call believe that's cap. That's the most insane cap
Pure
we've
cap.
ever heard.
Bro,
You know?
it's cap, especially after the Rocks flashback, bro. Like,
Bro.
I will be back.
get
Yes,
back.
you're catching that dub.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
What are we talking
He's
about, bro?
Bro, I'm telling you. He's gonna get back. So it's like the get back is set. Like everything about Blackbeard's character is opportunist. If
Yeah.
you don't think, even if Luffy and Blackbeard fight together, if you don't think for 1 second Blackbeard's gonna find an opportunity to do something to Emu and get his power, y'all ain't been paying attention.
Yeah.
There's a chapter that where Blackbeard is talking to Lafitte, and Lafitte is talking about the gondolas being attacked and how they can't restock any food.
Yeah.
And Blackbeard said, Lafitte, get ready.
right.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, we don't know who's attacking the Holy Land right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of leaning towards Blackbeard is making his move finally.
It is. Yeah.
And we can't rule out Blackbeard also having somebody within the world government that's working with him.
Great
Yeah.
point.
So
I think we talked about this
True.
before. I don't remember if it was on your stream, Brago, but I mean, people were saying what Garling or Shamrock, one of the two, could be helping on Blackbeard, which would be one crazy twist.
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I think Garling is trying to position himself to kind of take over.
100%.
Yeah,
I've
it
actually
feels
had
like
people in
that.
the mod chat say that. Like they want, okay, that's
Yeah, because then
I
it
think-
makes sense why Garling's moving the way he is because there's
Right.
obviously something there more for him, and he's aware of this stuff.
I respect how he's moving though. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, me
yo.
too. He has no
Um,
respect for the other Gordo say, bro.
Because like, think about it, yo. In the chapter, right? We saw Garling walking into the room,
Yeah,
right? That means he was out there doing some shit. These
Right.
niggas been sitting down.
Yeah.
All this is going on.
he's been active.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah, bro.
All this
He
going on.
he with the Get Down Brothers.
Straight up, though.
You know what I'm saying?
really
Like, yo,
are.
Shamrock
Man.
doing this happening. Like, yo, y'all just still
niggas
sitting
chilling,
here?
Yo, bro, you said by your desk.
Bro, they are doing
Man.
Nothing,
Bro,
bro.
Emu had to go down because of how much they're not doing anything.
Bro, if I see
Bro.
Akainu by a desk again, I'm gonna get tilted. I can't
Bro,
lie.
imagine
Bro,
though
I'm telling you,
the
the
Holy
bros-
Land's on fire. They just still sitting in the
Bro.
Just still
Yo.
sitting.
Yeah, man. Just like, what are we
Come on,
doing,
man.
bro?
Looking outside like, yo, it's kind of hot, bro. That's
Yeah, bro. Let me close that shade. You know what I mean? Like, oh, bro.
But they realize their job's in jeopardy though, because they
Right,
got to
no,
the
for
point.
sure.
They're like, yo, we can send some admirals to Elbaf. He's like,
That's what I'm
"Admirals?"
saying. Admirals.
Admirals?
No.
Y'all got
no.
actual
Right.
demons. What you talking about, admirals? Like, it was Saturn, bro. Once Saturn
War
got out
Tree
of
got
there,
up.
it was like they knew.
Yo.
War Tree got up like, I guess we have to go again.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
shut your ass down, man.
I'm
Nah,
telling
bro.
you, they just know because they know if they fail, bro, they're gonna get the Saturn.
Somebody
bro.
else get
You know what?
packed up.
Maybe it's
Oh,
for sure.
yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
they
that's
just like, it
happening for
ain't me, bro.
sure.
They're just like,
Yeah,
it ain't me, bro.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
one of y'all gonna get up.
I don't even know if
Bro.
Emu has talked to them about Saturn. I don't think he's had a conversation.
Do you think they're aware of it?
I
Do you
doubt
think
it.
they're
I
aware
doubt
that
it. I'm not
happened to
gonna
them?
The
When
work
they-
email.
when they-
The work email came in. I was like, yo, he's no longer.
He's no longer with us.
He's no longer with us.
You-
No longer with the
I
company.
bet you
Hold on,
Monday
yeah.
he didn't even send an email. Just one day his dad's
No.
not there. I'm like, yo, what happened?
No,
to Saturn?
bro, when
Who's Saturn?
Garland walked in,
Bro.
he was just like, what?
Because that's the thing. Can you imagine he's just holding it down?
You
They don't think
forget
their man's
yourself.
dead.
It's like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm here,
bro.
What's up? New hire.
Nah,
I'm the
I'm
up.
No.
here.
Oh, but yo, speaking of Saturn, because I have to remember this too, because this plays into the thing of we don't know if it's Dragon, we don't know if it's Blackbeard. There's another big thing that happened on Egghead. We know that certain Katarina Devon, Moon Hunter herself, has the complexion right now sitting of Saturn on them. So Saturn, I mean,
absolutely.
they could pull up a Saturn stuff, but I also saw people wilding out thinking that because of the Saturn and whatever, right, that they think that they can tap into, I guess, Emu's design, at least the shadow form, to infiltrate to get in there. But I think more so it makes more sense to do the Saturn and stuff there, which I think that's how you get Blackbeard to intervene and get involved. But I do think the way it's shaping up right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a three-way dance: Emu, Blackbeard, and Dragon.
Oh my god, bro! That'll be the best 10 weeks of my life.
It doesn't feel like a dragon move.
Well,
you know?
I say because of what's going on
Yeah.
with the gondolas and the food resources.
No,
That's why I feel like.
that 1000%. But the
Yeah.
thing is, that's happening like around the world, right?
Mm.
Oh
The
yeah.
revolutionaries, they're
Mhm.
attacking like all the world government ships, etc., to kind of
Yeah.
stall them out.
Mm.
I think it could be a situation where Blackbeard is doing something, but I just don't see Dragon attacking the Holy Land
Hmm.
with the resources they have, considering what's happening right now. It's working with them attacking all the ships all around the world. Something I saw when I went back was during like all the stuff with the gondolas and the food shortage, the world government actually deployed all the Seraphim.
Yes.
Mm.
So if y'all remember that, like
Mhm.
all the Seraphim got deployed to help with everything that was going on with the ships. So
Right.
at this point, they're currently Seraphim all over the world trying to help the world government. We just talked about Katarina Devon.
Yeah.
I don't know if this would work, but if she transforms to Saturn, can she control any of the Seraphim?
Ah, interesting.
That is a
I
fright,
don't know.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because at that point,
That's
you can kind of turn the
that's crazy.
Seraphim
for sure.
on the world government. So
I completely forgot they can do that too.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's
and
frightening.
maybe that's why Oda specifically had Blackbeard show up on Amazon Lily to see the Seraphim firsthand.
hey,
Yeah. He's like, yeah, they'll work.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that'll be, oh, bro. Can you imagine little
Also, the
Doflamingo
Seraphim
rolling
could
up on
be
them,
going
man?
rogue. They could be
that's
going
true.
rogue.
Bro, that's all we know.
100%.
Yeah, oh my god. It's like, yo, Doflamingo
So-
body does what? And then you see little Dolphy just
We-
popping people and stuff left and right. It's
We
like,
could skip to Impel Down.
yo, oh
You know what
my
I'm
God.
saying?
Oh my,
And all of a
bro.
sudden, we got what's it? S Flamingo. Like, yo,
Yeah, man, yo.
in the
That's
collect.
the new King Von, bro. Like, yo.
Because they got them all out there. All the Seraphim are currently deployed. So we gotta see.
Bro.
We gotta see what happens with them.
Bro,
But-
I need that now, actually. Now that you bring it up.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
like-
lot. And then also at Navy HQ,
We know that got
I
touched.
think it's getting attacked right now.
Yeah.
I think it's
And
getting attacked right now.
and
So
I could be wrong on the location, but it's the one we were at for Marineford when they had the battle, like the Marineford War and stuff. That's the one that we're referring to, right? Because the current
Yeah.
one, obviously, they flipped over to the New World to
Yep.
keep what was going on. So
Mhm.
that's kind of crazy to think about. That, like, I mean, that kind of off screen, but it's just like just think about a piece of history that we were a part of at one point in time, weekly or catching up. Like that's just gone.
Yeah,
Like, you know, that just
Yeah.
sails over our heads. Like that's just gone, just because of how
Mhm.
wild everything is now.
but I think just even when you think about them deploying all the Seraphim, just shows us how stretched thin they are.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
They have they
Yeah.
don't have the resources to fight everything that's going on.
But Akainu, man, it's just like, I'm sorry, brother. Like, you at that damn desk, bro, just watching all this
They
chaos
say it's
going on.
upscale.
Oh, man.
It's
Oh,
upscale.
hell no.
It's upscale.
Hell no.
Mahogany, though.
Mahogany, get the-
It's
yo.
upscale.
Oh, man. I'll put my hands on him.
Remember the
I'll put my
last
hands
one
on
to
him, bro.
move. The last one to move, he typically is the strongest. He's moving after Imu. I don't know.
Exactly.
Man.
You know how the
Mm.
Admirals are.
Actually
Think about
kind of
Kingdom.
wondering
Think about
about Sakazuki's
Think
end.
about
Bro,
Kingdom.
think about
It's the
Kingdom.
truth.
I'm so mad. I'm
It's
so
the
mad.
truth.
I'm so mad. But he's right. But he's
I
right.
don't know if- wait, Recon. Are you caught up with Kingdom?
No,
You caught
no,
up?
I'm like 50 chapters behind, bro.
Okay,
The-
that's
the
fine.
last-
Remember how long it took for Shiba Show to move?
You telling me?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
bro. That's all you gotta
It's been a
say.
minute, But when he moved,
That's facts.
movement happened. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo,
For sure.
that's so funny,
I do
bro.
think Oda's wasting a character though, just by having
Bro.
the kindness at the desk. But
Well, I was gonna say, like, a kind of
Yeah.
end game role is something I've been a little bit worried about. The more that
Mm.
like some of the emu
Mhm.
teach and like Luffy things like kind of
Yeah.
more prominence.
Mhm.
I kind of thought I don't know exactly what I'll do with him now. I'm a little curious to see what you guys think.
feels
No,
like
for
it's
sure.
he's gonna be a part of that secondary plot where the front-facing opposition, where I
Yeah.
think it's like Dragon and the Revolutionaries.
For all we know, that
Like
could be
that
Dragon's
side.
Fight or Sabo's. One of the two are gonna get him.
Yeah. Because I don't think Dragon's fighting Emu.
Nah. Because if that happens, I ain't gonna lie. I love Dragon, but hey, man.
Because we have like a
I don't love him.
a group taking care of the front facing, where it's like maybe the God Knights. Because now I think the God Knights are definitely fighting the Revolutionaries with the
Mhm.
whole metal
Yeah.
heart thing. I think that's where it's
Oh, for sure.
leading
Yeah,
to.
and it makes sense. Dragon said that he's waiting for the Holy Knights before
Right.
he makes his move. Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's why I
That's
think
true.
Oda kind of saved it by giving them this metal heart. Because if you're saying everybody needed Conqueror's Hockey to defeat all the God Knights, it's kind of like
I never liked that concept.
I was like, it's too limited.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's too
way too
late.
limiting. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the metal heart thing, now you can see, okay, we got Lindbergh over there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got Hero, she has like a metal arm, so I don't know what's going on. So it's like you got people that can, it feels like it makes sense now, as opposed to like everybody needing Conqueror's hockey. So
Yeah.
I think that's what Dragon and Sakazuki, they could, have a throwdown about Dragon leaving the Marines, stuff like that. But it just feels like Kaido's now in a more kind of limited role,
Yeah.
and then I don't even know like what his possible redemption story looks like. It's tough. It's tough to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Oda has a lot to balance in this last.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah, and he's the one I think I'm the most worried about.
Just because the
I'm
way
not-
Oda explained that,
Like,
dude.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, I have my opinions. Like, I think Mihawk will get his moment at some point, though. I don't care about Mihawk like that. Other characters that have been kind of reserved will have their moment. Akainu's the one I start to worry about the longer that he. What did he just say?
Yep.
To the damn desk of mahogany.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
that-
tough.
actually, this man actually said mahogany too, bro. I hate you, Jay. Like,
bro, mahogany is fire.
I
he
think
said mahogany.
Isn't that from like Dragon Ball Bridge? The Dragon Ball
Oh.
Bridge?
Yes,
I believe so.
That's the crazy part too. It's from there. It's literally from there.
Somebody mentioned Long Kid. I think Oda with the metal heart thing, it kind of gives them more relevance again.
Yeah,
That's the first person I
that's
thought of.
definitely a chance ball.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Kid for sure. I would say. Law's
So
just a
somebody
weird.
can find a heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Law.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like giving them relevance in the final war for like these God
Yeah.
Knights.
Do
Since
y'all
you're not gonna
think
give them
Kid?
Conquerors. Well, Kid already has.
Do you
it, so.
think Kid? Do you think Kid still has a role to play?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, but it's kind of like super.
It's a support
limited.
role.
It
Yeah,
probably won't be
like-
as crazy as we all thought it would be.
It's a
Like, I
support
started
role.
standing toe to toe
Yeah.
with like Luffy and them, but like, I think he has a role just on a lesser level.
Yeah. I think his biggest role in the story was taking down Big Mom.
Yeah.
And then
Which is big.
Yeah, it's still a huge
huge
moment.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely
Yeah,
huge.
it's still a
Took
big
out
one.
Yako.
I just think at
No
the same
doubt.
time, thinking about it, it's like I think having Shanks body him, like
I
kill him
wanted
off
more
and
for
stuff.
Kid.
I think
That's a not Kid.
that's what I'm a huge. I love Kid. Like I still like love the character, what he was able to do in the story. But
For
I
sure.
think also you also have to magnify that there has to be consequences and deaths when they matter and they hit. Like it has to stand for something. Because if Shanks goes and does what he did, which is one of the crazier divine departures and all that, and like he just gets up after. I don't know, man. I wouldn't know how to
But
feel
it's
about that
kind of
moment
like
again.
it's kind of like that happening to the kid that's always been picked on and bullied.
Yeah,
It just feels like, damn, man, he can't catch a W.
No,
Right.
he can't. But
He gets a break.
but I think it also plays into like that's the world we're in right now in One Piece. And you're in
Which
the new
goes
world,
back
you know
where
what I mean?
just his luck is just
Yeah.
different from Luffy's.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. You know,
It's
like the
just
fact that he
unfortunate.
got as far as he did, even then, is still a crazy feat. Because I think if you put that anyone else in that situation, they're not making it to Saboti.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like it
Mhm.
is impressive, but just like damn. I personally would rather him just be written out just for the sake of magnifying how crazy Shanks was in that
I
moment.
think his biggest thing was not really working on his hockey. I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
Reliance on the devil fruits.
I think that would have helped him a lot.
I
Like
agree.
like
It's
Law's
just
Devil Fruit is so broken that I kind of get it. Like, but
Yeah.
even him,
Yeah.
I've seen him use more hockey than I've seen Kid use. So
we haven't seen
Oh,
anything
yeah.
from Kid really.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think I love the Kid archetype. I just don't like how he's been handled
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
in general. It just
and
feels like a
remember,
lot of potential.
I'm one of the people used to call him like useless mid, like boneless Magneto. And
Yeah.
I even thought like I don't think I like the way.
Boneless, y'all, hold
Boneless
on, man.
Magneto's
We
so
gotta
good.
Pause.
I'm so mad. I'm so
Pause.
mad because this is
Boneless
like
Magneto. My spirit wasn't ready to hear that. I was.
Dude, that is such a great name.
oh
I
my
just didn't
god.
like the way he went out on the first level. I'm like, even I think he deserved better. Like, I
Yo,
wouldn't
we
have
got a
taken
hot
it
dog
like
and
this.
boneless in the same stream, bro. Like only here, only
Nah.
here.
Hot dog
Man.
Ebu was hilarious.
Yo,
Shout out.
one
Shout out.
shot on a rematch against the crew that took your arm. Like
bro, Recon
Bro,
next
but-
year. If I don't see that on a shirt for you, bro, I'm gonna be tight. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look,
That's
we'll work on the
great.
designs. You know what I'm saying? We'll work on the designs.
Facts, bro.
But
100%
no,
commission.
it's crazy because that because as much as I love Kid 2, it was like balancing my love for Shanks, still my love and excitement and hype for Shanks over, and then the Kid potential as well. So it
I'm
was
not a huge fan of
that was a
any of the
crazy
red
day.
hair, so I think I just went in there objectively. I'm like, I get it, Shanks hype. I wasn't mad at
Yep.
it, but I was like,
Yeah.
damn, Kid. Not like
it's
this, bro.
tough. It's
Yeah.
tough.
I know he's
You
like,
gotta
bro, I just
eradicate
took out Big Mom. Like, are you guys crazy? I'm
He was
nice.
feeling
Right.
himself.
Yeah.
Relax, relax.
Yeah, I
buddy.
can't blame him for that either. I really can't.
Like I said, he didn't have the same opportunities that Luffy had as far as like training and
For
even
sure.
the crew that he assembled. But
Yeah.
that's what makes Luffy special. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So, somebody had said the difference is that Luffy, everywhere he goes, he makes friends, and for Kid, everywhere he goes, he makes enemies.
Yeah,
I like
that's a
that.
good contrast between the two of
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the things that happens when you make enemies and you're not making relationships and stuff. I mean, how far you think you're gonna get?
Mhm.
Yeah,
His
so
crew
for,
is
for
also
him,
full of fake demons. So
Yeah, that's why like when you go back to like Nia, what you were saying about the worry of Akainu, I have that worry now even with the Rouge because of how long it's been taking just to get him involved and stuff.
Yeah.
But JD Kurz with the $2. See, this is how you get your questions up real quick, man. You just interrupt me with a little dollar. So
yo,
not
that's
a problem.
crazy.
But JD
Shout out to
Kurz,
JD Kurz.
arigato, man. Arigato, man. My boy
Shout out
said
JD
Shanks
Kurz.
equals Tanpa the rookie
That's
crusher.
nuts. That's
Woo!
nuts.
Wait, Tonpa the rookie?
That's
Hey,
nuts.
bro. That's
Tanpa?
a name,
That's
bro.
crazy,
That's
dude.
a name.
That man said he's putting
man.
laxatives in the rookies' drinks, bro.
Yo,
That's
man.
crazy.
I know.
Yo.
First off, we got to give Tampa a lot of credit
Well, you kind of have
Right.
to, bro.
because
go, bro.
hear me out. We gotta
Talk
give
to
him
him,
a lot of
bro. Go.
credit. We saw how difficult it was to get to these exams.
Yeah.
Tampa was there every single year,
He
bro.
was
Every year.
there, bro.
Every
Yeah.
Gotta give him
single
credit.
year without fail, prepared to
Bro.
take out these rookies. I'm just
Oh,
saying,
man.
man. Shout
Bro,
out to Tampa.
His survivability, like his survival instincts are insane.
It's actually
Come
nuts,
on,
bro.
every year.
You got to
Every
marvel
year.
at that.
Come on, man. Dedication.
Oh,
Like if
that's
he
big,
tried
bro.
if he tried to actually get the license, he might get it.
Oh, he would,
Like,
bro.
yo.
He would, bro.
Yo, if Tonpa had a Nen ability, he'd probably be broken, to be quite
Oh,
honest with you.
Yeah,
easily, bro.
I'm saying. Shout out to Tampa.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
nice to Tagashi today. I'm gonna be nice.
That's crazy.
Yo,
yo, man.
I
And this
just
was
want you guys
like,
to know if that smoke with Tagashi has never ended.
I ain't go cap. It was like a few
I
years
get it,
ago.
bro.
I let you talk, but hey, man, chill on Nagashi, bro.
It's all
Don't
right.
rush.
I get it. No, I get it, bro.
That's crazy, bro. But going back to what you were saying though before night, because you say you were worried a bit about Akainu and stuff. Kind of how I am feeling with the Rouge and stuff, because like literally, bro, it's the last Supernova. Obviously, one of the older guys and stuff. So like for us, we can maybe get a connection out of him or so, depending on how Oda wants to do it. But the longer it goes, he might get bodied beforehand. But
I think this is the consequence of like I kind of understand wanting to save certain characters for like a really important moment and for later
Yeah.
on in the end game. But I
like
think
they did
this
with
is a
Bonnie.
consequence
Bonnie
of
was a
having
big
a lot
thing
of
for that.
characters just not
Right.
doing much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, what do I do now? And it's like if you don't, even if they go out now, you have to give them a good showcase that people feel like it was worth the wait. So it's a hard balancing act.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in Oda's position right now.
No,
So
for sure.
I think the way that Oda did Kuzan has been like really, really well done, right? Where
Yeah.
we come off of obviously the stuff that happened pre-time skip, but you know, post-time skip, you get him, he shows up at Punk Hazard. Obviously, we like to film Z stuff, but even without that, then you had like the little hints towards him being with Blackbeard. Then he actually shows up in the cover story. Then we actually get that stuff within the manga itself. I really wish we would have gotten some of that for some of those others characters too. But I sort of understand because
like in spurts, a little bit,
right? In
just a
spurts,
showcase,
exactly.
a little bit, just
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel like
Kuzan,
after
yeah, give him a lot
after
of
Egghead,
agency.
right,
Mhm.
right. After Egghead, I sort of understood too, though. Like for example, with the ancient weapons, that the reason why we haven't seen the ancient weapons is because we wouldn't have the context to understand what they actually are until we got that big reveal in Egghead. Like, oh, these things are from the future. Like, imagine us in chapter like 300 being like, oh snap! Like, what I'm assuming one of those ancient weapons, like a UFO or some sort of like super advanced tank or whatever, we wouldn't have had the context. But now we have the context for it, and so I'm assuming that exact same thing is about to happen for a lot of these endgame reveals, which is why he hasn't given us more stuff with Mihawk or more stuff with Dragon or a lot of these characters, because then we will understand more with the context that's going to be presented. But even with that, I really do wish we would have gotten some more with certain select characters, like when Laz is bringing up Arouge. I think Arouge is a perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, coming off of the time skip, I think that would have been a really cool character to have in some of these arcs, or at least one of the arcs.
Yeah.
But that's just nitpicking, I suppose.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Supernova,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like with Bonnie. It's like that's the one character I would think of right now. Like I don't know for how long y'all know me. Like I've been wanting to see what Oda was gonna do with Bonnie, and now it makes sense why they waited as long as they did because
Right.
when that moment happened, and then you find the connection with Kuma and how that whole story played out and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you know what? I'm fine with it waiting as long as the payoff is worth it. So
100%.
I'm gonna hold that same thing when it comes to Rouge because I do think there is potential from a rank standpoint to make him someone that we can connect with, that can feel relevant for what they need to do, even if let's say they get bodied after the fact. But at least for those who are weighing on him and stuff, to feel like their weight was worth it, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean we talked quite a bit on 1179, but with the next chapter, I mean, there's only one thing that could really happen next chapter, I believe, unless we cut away from what's going on here, because wouldn't that be
Who's
something?
getting bodied?
I got a quick question for y'all.
Yeah.
Because the Supernova, I believe they debuted in like 08.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
Almost 20 years ago. 20 years later, how would you rank them as far as character?
Oh man. Are we including
Oh,
Luffy
man.
and Zoro in that
Or just
conversation, or
how
just
they've been
without?
handled as characters?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Hmm.
I guess we can exclude Luffy and Zoro.
Yeah, I was about to say
exclude
yeah,
them.
just for that.
I have to say, I mean, obviously the obvious one, but especially coming off the time skip and experiencing all that stuff weekly, the way that Oda handled Law is something that not only was I not expecting, but it is one of my favorite aspects of the post time skip era. Is how Oda handled not only just Law, but Law's dynamic with the crew, with the Straw crew, as well as Law's dynamic with Dofi, obviously one of the major highlights of the entire series for me. But Law as a character is something that surprised me so much that he'll always be a highlight. I really love Law, and I feel the same way about Bonnie now that Laz was talking about Bonnie as well.
Yeah.
It's hard to be better than Law, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Like I go back and remember those weekly journeys with Dressrosa. Like you remember, I think was the popular poll they had after it. Law came
was
second
third, right?
after second. He was after the likes of what was it? It was always Sanji and with Zoro.
I think he beat out Sanji for a while.
Yeah,
he did.
I want to say he was second or third, but it was like it was a crazy because it was like after all that, it's like for Japan or just the world in general to feel that way about him, it just moved mountains by like how impressive that was.
I mean, Law and Sabaody was cool.
I mean, that was
cool.
For an introduction was definitely
after Punk Hazard.
That's all you need to know.
Before we got context about the hearts, about what he did to become a warlord, and you know how he was hooping versus Smoker,
bro.
And it was like Law was, and even when he got to Dressrosa, right? I still remember that chapter, the three-way deadlock.
Yeah.
With the meteor.
What are the?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Come on,
bro.
Oh my god, bro.
And it's the way that Oda did it because Doflamingo did all of that to outsmart Law specifically, which just upskilled Law, bro. And it was
yeah.
Die.
Oh, it was nuts, bro. It was nuts. And then Virgo, and then the change, the final the attack versus Virgo.
Oh yeah,
we had
chapter 690. Chapter 690, bro. This man split the whole island, dude. That is one of my favorite chapter reading experiences, bro. That just was so deep,
bro. Like I caught up weekly around that period and just seeing that moment, like I broke the gear. I'm just like,
still
bro,
chill.
I still think about it. I still think about it, bro.
He was saying, "Oh my
god, man,
it's different now,
bro."
Right?
That man said what Whitebeard did was a prologue, bro. We have
facts, bro. Yeah,
that's where like the Law being the Whitebeard of the era kind of started going.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Whitebeard of the era is crazy, but I get it. I remember
I've never heard that one before, actually.
I think it's the first time we even, after Zoro cut the ship, we saw Law do a scale that we only thought people like Admirals and Yakuza would do. So when
it was,
that,
bro, that was just so, oh my god, bro.
We're here. Like, we are here now.
I think we had gotten to a point where we were like, all right, I'm cool with Law just being with us.
Facts.
Me too.
Exactly. Same. You know, bro, I was cool mad when he was leaving in Wano. I'm like, please, big bro.
Too,
like,
bro, even in Wano, Act 1.
Yeah,
man.
Like when Law was doing whatever he did to Hawkins, and then they had that whole moment after, like,
Yeah.
Law has been
In the
like,
prison?
oh my
Oh
god.
my god, bro.
Come
My boy was moving shiesty as hell,
Yeah, I
man.
think
It
for me,
was
Law
so
is definitely
cold,
one
bro.
as far as a supernova.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
one.
number
He's-
one
He's
as
been,
well.
He's
honestly,
definitely
he's been awesome to follow. I just always feel like he stole a lot of kid screen time.
I think
see.
Oda
Because he's
changed
so
his mind.
popular.
I think so.
Yeah.
He saw the reception.
too.
He's like,
was
"Hey,
like,
man, you
yeah.
don't got the minerals, kid."
This is
like,
probably better.
He said his law.
you know what it was,
said
Naya?
Law's
He saw that
trust.
jumper. He saw that jumper that Law
He saw the
had, bro. It's
jumper,
like,
bro.
kid, you don't got nothing, bro. This layup ain't not doing nothing, man.
He doesn't have the step back, bro.
No,
have
bro.
less.
None of that. None of that.
But that's Oda's fault. Like he didn't give
For sure.
Kid any more.
And that's
use
the
for his
thing, I agree
abilities,
with
so
that.
all
Yeah.
he became was just a limited
doubt.
big.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
that's it. bro. He's
Limited
not-
big.
Limited
Yeah,
big's
bro, he's
crazy.
got no
if it's
mid
true.
range, bro. No
He's
mid range.
a big,
Nah,
he's a big
man.
that can't
No, not
roll.
three
Bro.
range.
At 10 and 10. He's
He
a
out-
10 and
he-
10. He's a 10
Yeah.
and 10 big, bro.
He
Hey, come on,
he
come on,
averaged it
15
like
to
an
10,
attempted
15 to 10,
skyhook
15.
every
No,
game.
15 on a good day. Maybe
On
on
a
a good
good
day.
That's his career high?
day, bro. Hey, man.
That's his
Hey, man.
career.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
hilarious. All right, lads, I gotta head out. I appreciate you having me.
No problem, brother.
Hey,
Thank you,
safe.
Naya. Thank you, coming,
Hey,
Naya.
have a good one, brother.
Appreciate you,
Yeah.
bro. Shout out to Naya, man. Shout out to Naya, man.
Yes, sir.
Big goat.
Bro.
Yeah, Crocodile's still the GOAT.
No,
Never
facts.
switch
That's
up.
facts. That's facts.
I
Coming
never
soon. Coming
switch up.
soon. He coming
You
soon.
never
Sir.
switched.
You know damn well he's coming soon, too.
I know. Cross Guild.
Let's go, man. Shout out Cross Guild, bro. Because I know for sure we got them boys to deal with after. But,
Mhm.
I mean, going for what Brago said there, I mean, yeah, Law probably be top out number 1. I think Bonnie would be 2 for me.
Mm.
I'll say, oh my god, because then it gets Capone. I have to remember my
yeah,
gang
Capone.
base,
Yeah, I
bro.
love Capone
I gotta
so
remember
much,
respect.
dude.
Bro, my boy pulled the blick out in Whole Cake Island. He said, Gratata, bro. He said, yo, my son, watch out for this, bro. Like, yo.
Dude, one of the
Man.
highlights of that arc, bro. And I love
Bro,
Whole Cake,
seriously,
but
man. Yeah.
like the whole middle of that arc was carried by Capone for me, bro. I
Oh, he
love Capone
did,
so
though.
much, dude.
You know what it was? Like that moment going back to Whole Cake Island, I'm like, that's the moment that really upped the ante for me. Because I was like kind of waiting for like who's that character that's gonna come in there that we're gonna have some kind of connection to, or someone that's gonna help around. And they pulled up, I was like, oh, thank God, man. And it just, bro, he did not disappoint me whatsoever, bro. I was so happy with that.
dude, we got Capone greatness and Katakuri introduction right after, bro. Like it was a good time, man.
That's what I'm
Good time.
saying. And you know what's crazy? Like when we split up for him, I was just as sad as I was when Law departed after. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you can't leave me, big bro.
Right?
Like you just can't, bro. Like, yo, man. I think
love
him.
Capone, man.
Oh no, big facts, bro. I hope we get to see him hopefully soon. But
Yeah.
Hey, wait, hold on. He might actually show up though at some point soon.
oh
Yo,
man,
Coach,
can you imagine?
I've been listening the whole time, but I was doing some stuff in the background. I was waiting
Okay.
for the right time. And by the way, lads, I can't believe you haven't brought up your Rouge yet. Is number
Listen,
one.
listen. Best for last. Best for last.
That's
Best for
some
last.
last-
Let me say best for
Oh
last.
yeah, all right. That's fair. That's fair.
Amen, amen, bro.
Remember in the cover story though, Lola married Gotti, and
Oh,
Lola
that's a beef thing.
we still got to figure out the Loki and Lola thing,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So I think
Oh,
there's
man.
actually a chance here where, like, I'm not saying Bege is gonna show up and save us from Emu or anything crazy, but
Yeah.
like he might have a role somewhere in this arc. Maybe even if it's Oda showing them like on a different island, and we hear Lola talk about Loki or something. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but
Mhm.
he could have a role somewhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I mean, that is, yeah, we do definitely need that. We definitely need that thing to explain to us. Because I remember, like, when we were getting Loki's like backstory and stuff, I'm like, okay, where is this part afterwards with Lola going to come into the mix? And obviously, I understand for timing why we couldn't do that. But then again, I don't know. Maybe Nami brings up the question of like, oh, by the way, we have this friend, and blah blah blah. Then Loki gets a war flashback, and then boom, we just we just get that afterwards explained. That would be
War
kind of crazy.
flashback.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Yo, can you
crazy.
imagine?
We had that whole flashback, and it was super peak. I'm not trying to take away from any of the greatness.
Oh
we
yeah,
saw,
no, for sure.
But when we got towards the end, I'm like, yo, we need to see the Lola thing. Like, I've been waiting for this since Whole Cake, and then we just
Bro,
skipped over. I'm like,
same.
bro,
Yeah, we
we
didn't
got
get
a
it.
whole flashback, but
Yeah.
not the thing that we've been waiting
Yeah.
for, sort of.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we saw that and the stuff with Moza. Like, realistically, when you look at this arc and what's left, I can't see what people are saying that like in May it's done. I can't envision it. Like,
No,
leave
yeah.
the islands and stuff for sure, no way. But like,
Yeah.
we still got so much.
Bro,
Hard
yeah,
on
I
Archie
don't think we're
Rouge.
finishing it until end of this year.
That's what I mean.
I really
bro.
don't think so.
I would
Because
say.
because Recon, I brought up earlier in the stream and stuff that I think based on the way that the break weeks are going right now, it's potentially 1,200. I think in November is when it's supposed to happen. So it's like I can see
Okay.
by then, maybe we leave by then. But it's just
Okay.
I feel like there's so many things still going like
No doubt.
that extend it.
Yeah, bro. Just this entire emo
is it
section alone.
okay? Is it
Oh,
okay if I'm in here?
nah, Wookie Wonka, man. Of course, brother.
my
Come on, man. Come on,
guy.
man.
You
That's
want
big
me?
dog,
You want me to
bro.
get up out of here, bro?
No, big bro.
Yo,
I'll wait
he's
for
a
you to
rat,
open
man.
up, bro.
Because I was talking to you earlier and you didn't
Oh,
extend the
man.
invitation, so I'm
No,
like, hey,
no,
I
big bro.
don't
Damn,
know.
people like
Come on,
this.
lad.
You
I
doing
don't know
this?
if I got too much
Yo,
dip on my
man.
chip. You feel me?
Nah,
'Cause
you
Father Goldberg,
nah,
bro.
The salsa's right here, big bro. What you saying? Moogie Wonka, hey man, chat.
Solid.
Say what's good to Moogie Wonka Matt B, man. I already know what it is.
Yo,
What's
what's
good, brother?
happening? What's happening? What's happening?
What's
That's
happening,
good, bro.
I hope
Man,
everybody is doing good, feeling good, living good.
Always,
Man.
brother.
Always, bro. How you feeling right now about One Piece, bro? I haven't talked to you about One Piece in a very, very long time. Like in an actual setting like this.
Yeah, it's been a hot little minute, man. Bro, I so really, right? I'm just in a place where I just want to appreciate One Piece as much as I can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I'm not I don't think of One Piece or like I don't look at One Piece in the same light that I used to.
Right.
But that doesn't stop me from still enjoying enjoying One Piece.
Yeah.
Right? One Piece is literally the last of a dying breed.
Yeah. Facts.
Can't believe I cannot believe that it is seasonal now. I never thought that it would ever happen, but
Right.
I literally was saying like, look, they're gonna have to go seasonal at some point or another, or go on a long break if they
Yeah.
want to preserve the quality of the anime and if they want to improve the quality, you know. Because sometimes it was a chore to get through just one episode of One Piece, like just a whole bunch of still shots. The y'all know what it is, right?
For sure.
But aside from that, right? Like I really do love One Piece. I got elements of One Piece tattooed on my body, on my skin.
Yes, sir.
It's always going to be near and dear to my heart. So I'm just like intrigued by what is going to happen and where the story is going to go. Like I know a big debate right now is like who's the final villain, Emu or Blackbeard, and I'm gonna tell y'all 100% it's not Emu.
Yeah,
It's 100% not
it's
Emu.
Blackbeard, bro.
Blackbeard is the final villain.
My guy.
I mean, so I asked somebody this, right? And I'm sorry if I'm being if I'm about to go on a little tangent.
Nah, go ahead.
I like One Piece is cool. One Piece is cool. I'm enjoying where One Piece is at right now, right? That's all I can say. There's sometimes where I have grapes. There's sometimes where I'm just like, man, and then there's sometimes where I'm like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. But so I asked somebody the other day. I said, when has the final villain of a story or of a shonen been like at the forefront of an arc? Right? Outside of the one that they were defeated in. Okay. And then somebody threw at me My Hero Academia. When Shigaraki was at the at the beginning within the first season of the anime. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I think that Emu. I think that even if Emu didn't show up here, Blackbeard after the Rocks flashback, it was like Blackbeard is final villain, no doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah. I'll be honest,
That's
man. I had no
that's when
doubts.
it came solidified for me.
Yeah.
That's the wrestling fan in us.
Yeah.
It's like right there, it was booked.
Yeah, because it's just like, bro, it's just like that moment in Jaya, like to me, it's just like that cemented it. But then it's like, did it ever feel like it wavered? No, because it's just like, I think if anything, it just helped to reinforce it that like it's still going to be Blackbeard. He's still like, bro, like he's getting that get back for Rocks.
Yeah.
Like the streets are going to know that body is going to be up in the rafters courtesy of Blackbeard. But we're going to see that in real time. Like, bro, if it doesn't happen this year, by next year, it's going to happen based on the way this story's been paced out and stuff. We're going to see that squabble. And I'm hoping Oda doesn't come back from it because I know one of the things that I know all of us have our different opinions and stuff of the way Oda uses fights and characters and how they're utilized and stuff. But those are one of the ones, man. Like I gotta see them run the ones. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like because
Okay,
if we're gonna get that Luffy fight with Blackbeard, we need to see how Blackbeard is right now after all this time against one of the strongest beings from God knows how long, man. You know?
So do you think hang on. what do you think Blackbeard is doing right now?
I mean, based on the stuff right now, so we know that what is it? Lafitte or whatever was operating like near Marijois, like where the gondolas and stuff are, like observing like what's happening. They've been told Lafitte that they're going to be on the move. So I assume right now they're going to make that attack on Marijois, based also on the fact that Catherine Devon also has a bit of the or has a bit, but they had that piece of Saturn that they could switch into to probably use that for the infiltration. So I imagine that's probably what the case is because after that, it's like really there's nothing really else I can see outside of maybe getting an ancient weapon that they're probably aware of. Because I mean, Shanks had thought they were gonna pull up in Wano to go get Pluton based on what he originally thought, but I don't know if that's gonna be the case now. Does he go and pull up there? Does he go show up at Marijois? I think it's more likely he goes to Marijois based on where Lafitte is at the moment. So I don't know how you feel about that, Matt. What do you think? What do you think the play is right now?
Blackbeard?
Yeah.
I think Blackbeard is going to go get the ancient weapons. I think he is going to go get Shirahoshi.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I think he is going to go get Pluton. That's what I think is going down.
Based on that trajectory, do you think he goes? Because do you think Emu has Uranus?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's just like,
if I feel like there's a lot of people that could potentially have Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Emu is the one that has it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because of the whole Mother Flame and like the way they were like taking out all the islands and stuff. That could be something that maybe in relation to Uranus. But like I remember even before all that too, I had thought that if it was gonna be an Elbaf, the chance of being on the Heaven Realm may be a thing too. Which would be because again, if it has to do with the sky and stuff, the only place you could really put that is over there. If it's gonna have any affiliation to Elbaf, because otherwise, like I mean, it could be anywhere else right now in the world. But
yeah, because just based on that, because I like what Matt was saying with the trajectory, right, going from Poseidon over to Pluton, and then that last part being like, I guess the final piece of the puzzle that Blackbeard needs before we get into Endgame. Whoever has that final piece, that Uranus is going to be a pretty big piece of the puzzle.
Well, look, so there's a couple of things that I think that Oda could do, and like I feel like he has some stuff like in the palm of his hand that could be very great. But like I know that we have different minds, right? Like what Oda thinks is cool is not necessarily what I think is cool, right? But one thing that I am very, very intrigued in going on in One Piece right now is time dilation and Elbaf.
Yeah.
I want to know how much like what's the difference in time,
right?
Yeah,
between like what's what is a day equivalent in Elbaf to the outside world? Because what I think is like when they come out of Elbaf, shit's gonna be hitting the fan all over the world.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah, it's gonna be like as soon as they get out of there, it's like, bro, like you're gonna get news about like this and this happened, and it's like, bro, like you missed so much just being on there.
There's so much going on, bro. I think that there's gonna be so much going on in the world that it's gonna cause a rift between the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
I think I think that like truthfully, I think this could be where there may be another disagreement between the crew, or there's some potential like infighting, because like if they come out of the come out of Elbaf, right, and then let's say that Garp, okay, Blackbeard is is trying to execute Garp, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Luffy is 100% gonna want to go save Garp, but I don't know if the rest of the Straw Hats would fall in line with that.
See, the thing is, Matt, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they roll with them personally because they knew how much Ace meant to Luffy, and the fact that that's his actual blood. They don't want him to go through that again because we know how much the Ace broke him. Like, as much as what Garp threw him in the jungle and had him fighting wildebeest and all that and stuff, whatever, that's still my Oyaji, my great Oyaji, never mind. So it's like, I think they would be like, damn, no, we riding with you, big bro. Like, we're going with you and we'll get you Gramps and that's it. Like, now the thing is, like, the deviation in terms of, like, them going somewhere else, but then again, we don't know how far off Elbaf to Lodestar to wherever actually is on the map and stuff, right? So I mean, it's not a crazy idea that like if Luffy was to hear about the stuff with Garp, it's like, do I want history to repeat itself and let another family member die? I don't think so. But again, it depends because the other idea I could see happen though, Matt, because I do think that Dragon and Blackbeard are gonna go to Merijawa and ends up being this three-way battle with Emu and stuff, whatever. Somehow, some way, the Revs could also end up getting Garp out of custody from the Blackbeard pirates. But it's going to come at the expense of something happening with Dragon or whatever up there after. So I could see that being the play. Like, dad saving his dad and stuff afterwards. Like, that could always be a thing, you know?
But what about coming off of what Matt is talking about? What about if they come out of Elbaf and it's like, it's not just Garp, obviously, right? Like, it's Garp. There may be something happened to Vivi, too. Something happened
Vivi, I promise you right
here,
now. If that, bro.
Because I think Vivi is, is important as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, after the last arc, or when we got the reveal of the D with the Nefertaris, it's like, no, she more important now too.
So then at that point, the dilemma is really like, okay, then what do we do? And that's where like that potential internal conflict in the crew happens. So what do we actually do now? Who do we go to? Do we go to Vivi? Do we go to Garp? Do we go to Lodestar? Whatever, right?
Yeah,
like that.
and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say that there's gonna be an internal conflict because, like, bro, what if they get a very solid like hint or clue about how to get to the One Piece, how to find the last road poneglyph, and they're like, hey, y'all, we gotta focus on getting the One Piece more so than anything.
Yeah. Especially with the stuff with Vivi, like, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I think we talked about this before, Recon, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this with Jay. But Matt, basically, and Doc, I think you were aware of this because I think we've even spoke about this. I think by the end of this arc, I think Vivi does show up in Elbaf. And then this is where the loan spell that Jay understands is finally over. And she officially joins the crew where she was supposed to be in the first place. Because, I mean, regardless, she can't go back to Alabasta. That place is going to be a hot trap right now for anyone going back there. And she can't really go anywhere else at that point. So, better choice you got right now is going to where you're supposed to be, and that's on Straw FC.
Shout out Straw Hat FC.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's got to happen.
Straw Hat FC, man.
Hey, man, she's got the perks now, bro. Like, she out here, right? Because I do think that, like, if Emu's gone and stuff and they still have that party, which I think is still, I see envisioning, like, happening, like, they're going to have the party in Elbaf, her pulling up will be super emotional in the sense of, like, you go back and look at that Alabasta saga, how it started to end, and see the flip reverse of that in the post time skip and having Vivi pull up on them afterwards, that's gonna hit. Especially how the arc started too, letting them know like with the mark on the X and stuff that like, hey, like Robin noticing that, but it's like for us as the readers, like, hey, she aight, and don't worry, she coming. Just to pull up at the end and be like, hey, Tadaima, boy. That would hit, boy. I need that though. So yeah, for real.
Honestly though, I wouldn't be shocked if she pulls up soon while Emu's here. Just that makes everything
because of the connection.
Crazier.
Could you imagine?
And I could see Vivi even being like maybe Emu's about to kill everybody, and Vivi's like, all right, just take me and leave them alone, type of thing.
That's a possibility.
That's definitely Vivi's speed. Now it would suck for Vivi to like
just get there just to be gone.
Like that's like my biggest gripe with it. But I definitely can see her showing up and her and Emu having some conversation.
Although there is still a chance because I think Brago brought it up earlier about Shanks potentially showing up on the island and stuff. Which if that was his plan to bring out Emu, because I'm pretty sure like obviously he is aware of Emu and stuff. If that was the plan to bring them out and we were to get Shanks versus Emu. brother.
You gotta.
Like, that's a pay-per-view worthy fight.
I was about to say,
bro,
that's Brock versus.
Bro, you paying that $59.99, bro? You don't give a damn. You getting your popcorn? You sitting down, man.
I mean, Shanks is a Blackbeard victim. I'm afraid. I don't know if y'all.
Hey, listen, that's an arc for another time. That's another arc. That's next arc. Next arc.
Never said next arc.
He can have his minerals, bro. But the next arc.
That's crazy.
You know. But I mean, honestly, the way this arc could actually end up ending, like, it's definitely like, because I don't know, if, like, after we just got this whole thing with Emu not pulling up and stuff, but prior to them pulling up, how did y'all actually envision this arc ending? Because it's like Gorosei and finishing up in Egghead, and then we had the Holy Knights here. I didn't envision Emu pulling up here. Like, we would, if we were gonna see them, we pull up on them, not them pulling up on us. But like, how did y'all envision it originally? Like, when you had to think about it based on what you interpret and how you read the story.
Like, I didn't.
I thought that Emu was gonna turn Loki, like Domi reverse Loki.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I had that idea too as well. Honestly,
I thought that was gonna happen, but it seems like that can't happen. It seems like they can't be Domi reverse.
Yeah, so the Devil Fruit users, and I'm a believer in that. It's like they can't flip them.
Well, the thing for me is, why would Emu even try? You know, because like, if Devil Fruit users are immune, like, you know, Emu obviously knows that they have Devil Fruits, so why would Emu even try?
So my thing, I was thinking about that, Doc, and I'm like, okay, they tried to do it through Gunko through different means and it didn't work. And then they were like, oh, of course it didn't because of whatever, right? So what if they try to do it again, but they're actually there? So it's like, even if I can't go all fully crazy, I'm leaning with something where I'm going to try and flip it. Now, that will be the thing, though, because now we know this is the Devil's Fruit. So if it connects all the way to the beginning, it only makes sense that the source of it would be able to do so when it's actually there to flip these fruits. That I would be like, okay, that's more understanding about that. But it comes at the cost that Evil can't really do much. They got to go back. Now we got to deal with this rampage with Loki. Which would hurt, because it's like, then your only choice is you're going to have to pop him unless Shanks comes through and just hotkeys him out. Which would, again, take away some consequences, but hey.
Yeah, whenever... whenever Emu failed the Domi Reverse, Emu was like, as expected, these two are truly, and then it got cut off. So maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's something special with these two in particular that's like, not just that they have fruits. I feel like it's, I don't know, they're actually gods or, you know, demons or something. Like, maybe they've already accepted their demonic side or something. I don't know, you know, what it is exactly, but I feel like there's just something special with them, because Emu even said, like, as expected, and it's like, if it was Devil Fruits, it's like, you obviously would have known that, but as expected, it's like, so you were already thinking that they were a special type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. And especially with those type of fruits, you would think like there's certain classifications that like would be exempted from being flipped, where it's just like, if you were just like the bottom of the barrel, unfortunately, you get flipped. You know what I mean? So, or could even be the sense of the will, because when we go back to the will of D, I mean, that could also be a thing too. Like, even if it's not, if Loki's not a D themselves, even though Emu did say the thing about Elbaf, it's like Elbaf is of the D, so we don't know. I mean, he could have the D in his name, but maybe it's a thing where it's like, if you have that inherited will or whatever it is supposed to be that makes them special, that could be as a thing that negates it. Like, if you don't have that, then it's like, it's a free game. But if you have that, it's like you can't. So it would probably make more sense now why they couldn't do it for Loki, because he may be of that. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it's revealed in this arc after, like, the royal family actually is like part of the D.
For sure. I think they're definitely part of the D. And, you know, as far as like the Devil Fruit thing goes, it could be that like, and the will, it could be like that they successfully awakened their fruits, and that's why they can't be affected, because it's like,
that's also possible.
You have the right will to match with it, so like, you know, for some reason Emu can't. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of options, but
for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I was gonna say, so for the prediction, so for 1180, I mean, y'all just thinking like we just get Emu just blitzing through everybody? Do we probably cut away from the world just to see what's going on? Because I think, honestly, I don't know how I feel if Oda decided to say, okay, elsewhere around the world while this is going on. I don't know how I feel about that, because it would have to be something monumental for us to be away from Emu at the second.
Yeah.
But I assume with everybody, it's like we're getting the squabble.
Yeah, Emu's on Demon Time in 1180.
Yeah, and I would say like Emu versus Straw Hats is the title of the chapter, or like Emu versus Elbaf
versus Ryuma.
Like,
Lord,
bro, that's gonna be, man. That's like, I'm telling you, that's pay-per-view, bro. That's what you pay your hard money for.
Zoro versus Emu, it's got to be next chapter, man. That's at
Oh.
least the start of it. It's got to be.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, of course, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Double
Y'all know
leg
why,
after
though.
next
Y'all know,
chapter.
Y'all know
too.
exactly. Y'all know why.
Ooh, no, because no, you know what will be gassed though if you think about it, because depending on how long Emu's gonna stay on the island, if it's like 5 chapters or so, I promise right now, if that's the case, the wings of the Straw Hat, like Zoro and Sanji versus Emu, so like the wings of the Pirate King versus Emu. That'll be some. That'll be like, oh man, listen. Even if they
They're
get
both
bodied,
fresh.
even
They are both
they're
fresh,
fresh.
though.
They're fresh,
Yeah.
bro. You know, that would
They're
be
like
that
two
would
of
be
the
tough.
only fresh Straw Hats, to be honest with you, because like Usopp and Brook are cooked. Luffy's tired right now. Chopper
Well-
just got out of Monster Point.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that Emu being here, like raises Summers and killing him to like another level? So let's just say, sort of like how Emu brought like those houses to life and stuff. Does Emu being here level up / power up the Holy Knights too?
Like they get a
Do y'all
Zenkai
see
boost.
them coming back into it? Right.
I could see that, but maybe yeah, they could, because then it's like you could also give the Straw Hats something to be able to stop them at the very least. Even though it would have been nice to see it originally, but it gives them something where it's like you're not just in the background stuff, right? Like the heavy hitters can take care of what they gotta, and then the other ones can get their fights with the Holy Knights. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I'll be definitely for that for sure.
It's either that or the reverse, where Emu's going to absorb them for failing. And because remember how Emu
Perfect
said
cell
that the
style?
covenants, the covenants come at a price even for Mu. It's like, you failed, I'm taking the power back, and Emu gets like powered up from reabsorbing them. It's either or, like something's
for sure.
happening to him.
I can see that too.
You know,
Emu's
Summer's
either
bum
gonna
ass
save
for
him
sure
or
getting
kill him.
smoked. Like, yeah,
as he should.
Yeah, so Summers is probably first on the chopping block because he's way closer to Emu. Killingham's kind of far away. So
yeah. Gunko, it's like I feel like you have to wait off on that purposely because
sure.
I need to see the Brook flashback. Like,
no doubt.
That's another thing that adds to this arc as well. We need to see like because Brook, it's like, brother, like we've been knowing about this convoy for how long, and we ain't know nothing after that. So it's like the time is up. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be big time.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
the
that.
Shuri flashback. Need that.
Yeah, and then really now coming down to the title, the stream and stuff. Really for Piece episode 5. How y'all see Elbaf ending? Like, if you had to like put it into your head based on what we got right now, your own interpretation of how you read the story, how do you think that Oda is gonna pan this out? Y'all can interrupt at any point in time, honestly.
I feel like I had a better idea before this chapter, to be honest with you. Now
Really?
I'm kind of like, man, the two things I'll say for sure is like, obviously we're gonna flesh out this whole Emu thing. That's obvious, but the Heaven Realm might be the end of it. Like maybe we get through the Emu thing, go to the Heaven Realm, and we go to the moon after that, or we just take off from the Heaven Realm, and like that leads us to our next island one way or another. But one way or another, we got to see the Heaven Realm, and I think there's definitely like really important stuff up there that's gonna like change the arc kind of massively.
Yeah,
I just don't know where that's gonna go. Like if we're gonna go up there and immediately leave, or it's gonna be an arc extender, where that stuff makes us be there for another 30 plus chapters or something. I don't really know, but that's the big thing for sure. That's got to happen.
Okay, for sure.
I'm really thinking. So I have two things in mind. Going back to the beginning of the arc, because we spent so much. I think it was like we had like 2 or 3 parties already. I don't think we're ending the arc on a party. So I think I'm not saying it's gonna be a Sabaody situation.
Yeah.
But I do think on whether it is barely surviving this battle with Emu, or like we were talking about earlier, time catching up to us once we leave this place, it is gonna be a like, oh snap, like we got to go on to the next thing ASAP. But just to touch upon something else, because I can't stop thinking about it. There was that one panel that had like Frankie and them looking at that a structure from 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, the laboratory stuff. Yeah.
Right. And I honestly do think whatever the answer to that is, whether we find it in the Heaven Realm or not, is going to be a major key into what takes us into like Laughtail, Lodestar, whatever. Because I think whatever that key is so huge towards finding out not only the mural, but obviously the One Piece.
Yeah.
So whatever that thing ends up being is we'll find out a piece of that, and that'll lead us into whatever we have to go to next. I really think it's going to be important, but I don't know. Obviously, Frankie, Robin, whoever it is that puts the pieces together. Frankie already saw the mural, so we'll have to all of that stuff is going to come into play. But I don't think we end the arc on a party. That's prediction number 1, and number 2. I think that 3,000-year-old factory definitely comes back into play again.
Okay. I like the ideas. Jay, do you have anything in mind that you would like to see, or maybe you think that might go down based on the way the story is panning out?
I'm really interested in the whole time theory. I think, for example, time moving differently in Elbaf and there being a time skip in the world outside of Elbaf, but not in the world of the Straw Hats would be a very interesting twist because it gives Oda a chance to really move the plot forward.
Right.
Like exponentially. Right. Considering that he said he wants to end One Piece soon, this is an opportunity for him to really, and I think everyone will even be able to accept that. I think the only thing I'd be worried about is missing out on a lot of the major events because Oda does off screen a lot of major events. Like Rocky Port is like a big example.
Yes.
And I'm like, Oda, if you're going to do a Rocky Port, please at least cover, even if it's a clash, give me a clash. Just let me see it. Like, please.
Let me see Wang Xi get bodied. You know what I mean?
It's already been Clash Piece for 200 chapters. Let me see the clashes, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I need a body.
Yeah, and I mean, like, One Piece is Clash Piece in its entirety. Sure. Like, I don't even think what's the only fight outside of the Straw Hats that we've actually really got? Blackbeard and Ace. Like that would probably be the most fleshed out fights between two people.
We got Garp
and Aokiji. Yeah,
that was pretty good. Yeah, I'll get
that was good too.
That was a full on fight.
Yeah,
and Law versus Blackbeard.
Yeah, Law Blackbeard was.
Yeah.
Especially in the anime, it was really nice too, as well. Yeah,
for sure.
I think you know, I mean, Kid and Shanks. I mean, it was a clash, but that was also the whole fight.
That was the whole fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think my thing is like obviously in the manga, it's like I want to see these fights obviously because I know when the anime does come around, it's like at least like I've made peace with myself where it's like as long as I get this in the anime and that the animators know this is what you want. Like you're gonna animate this and you're gonna give me a 5-star classic every time. You know what I'm saying? So like, because they I mean, and Oda has to be able to understand that too. It's like I can only do so much with the pen and paper at 18 a week. So at least like I'm gonna give the streets what they want, 24 minutes a week. When it goes seasonal and stuff. So it's just because like again at the end of the day, listen, man, it's a battle shonen.
100%,
fight,
bro.
we scrap, we scrap, bro. Like
listen, dude, every day, like especially after that JJK finale, shout out to the JJK season 3 finale.
Bro.
I've been thinking about like when we get to the God Valley flashback in the anime, like bro, Toei's gonna give us Roger and Garp versus Rocks. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like that's what I'm super excited for, to see how Toei ends up fleshing out like that type of stuff. So at the end of the day, it is a battle shonen, man, and it's
for sure.
That's my jam. You know,
no, definitely,
I love seeing the throwing hands. So.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you this right now: when that does happen, though, Recon, like bro, Mexico, we're gonna go get those pay-per-views, those drive-ins. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna rent out theaters every weekend.
Yeah,
just for those fights, bro. You already know what it is, man. Like, that's gonna be special. But I don't know. I mean, Matt, do you have anything you want to say regarding how you think Elbaf could potentially end based on the events of right now, what's going on, how you interpret the story?
I think it's very possible that Blackbeard could show up.
Ooh, he pulls up on Elbaf. Oh no!
Like, Emu's here.
That is true. That is true.
It's possible that Blackbeard could show up here,
bro.
Like Rocks couldn't touch him in the
cash
room, but Blackbeard can probably touch him here. You know?
That's facts. Oh my, yeah. I mean that, bro. That would be such a telegraph right there for. Wow, he would do something like that.
Hey,
but truthfully, I don't know how. I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna end, man. I mean, I like truthfully, I'm completely stumped.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Like, I never in a million years would have thought that Emu would have shown up, and that that his silhouette reveal would have been
like this.
Like this, yeah.
Like it's crazy, bro. Like I didn't even think we would be seeing that until like we actually pull up on them.
100%, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is just, bro. And I love that because you say like the word like you're stumped on it, Matt. Because it's like that's how as readers we have to feel reading these stories. Because I don't like it when it's like it's kind of predictable, where it's like we kind of have an idea of this and that is gonna happen and stuff. Because that's to me, it's just like that's just easy writing and stuff to me in my mind. It's like that's just not good. But like in this case for Oda, it's like I like that because it's like you have no idea what's going on. It's intriguing at the very least. And let's say even if it doesn't end up going well, but at least like that suspense that we've been looking for, it's finally here. You know? So yeah, I mean, listen, if Teach pulls up on this island, bro, Mugiwara Map B most definitely had that first. And if you say otherwise, we got evidence, man.
You got the promo.
Well, facts, man. Shout out my boy.
One
But-
other thing I wanted to bring
Yeah,
up real
Deck.
quick about the end of the arc, something I thought of. And this is something that actually I was talking to Sai with, and the idea he brought up, I hate it, but it was really good, so I gotta bring it up, even though I don't want it to happen. But
yeah,
in this chapter, we learned that Loki brought up like, oh yeah, you can only undo the flash freezing with Ragnir. And so going back to the Punk Hazard Giants,
yeah.
I think that tells us that Ragnir has to undo it. So that would mean that Loki and Ragnir probably have to go to Punk Hazard, right, to go do that. And so how is that going to work? That would kind of tell us that he's not going to join the crew, at least right away. Like he might fly over there himself.
Yeah.
And so the idea that Sai brought up that I hate, but I think it makes sense, sadly, is that the next cover story might be Loki going to Punk Hazard.
Oh, that would
he
be
flies,
yeah.
He flies all the different, like he does a reverse journey that we did, so he goes to the same islands we went to, and there's this giant black dragon showing up, and everyone's freaking out. He's like, guys, no, I'm really nice. It's kind of like Harold in his flashback, right? And he's like, guys, I'm really nice. I'm friends with the Straw Hats. Like, it's okay. And they're all freaking out and stuff.
Bro.
And then also, because that's very like what the look at the Yamato cover story. It's the
that's
same
very
thing.
plausible.
It's the same
it's so
thing.
plausible.
And then the other part he brought up is, Punk Hazard was our first island after Fishman Island. And if Mosa is actually Shirahoshi, then after Loki goes and saves the Gale Ra Giants, he may just go to Fishman Island after that, because maybe even the Gale Ra Giants can like code a ship for him or something. And then he can go see Shirahoshi, right? And I was like, man, I hate that you're cooking. I hate it. Like, I don't want it in the cover story.
But hold on. Dak. If he shows up at Fishman Island, is that where he meets Blackbeard?
What if that's the prophecy from Shiarly? Maybe Evan's down there and copied Luffy's appearance or something.
Dude, yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, that I think that's how. So you know how she said that Luffy's gonna destroy Fishman Island. I think that this is Katarina Devon as Luffy.
I love that.
Yeah, can you be crazy if you look into that little like the orb and stuff, whatever, like to see like the future? And it's like think about the thing, like you see it's Katarina Devon as Luffy, but then it's like almost like they high five like hot tag Blackbeard in, and he just gets this red line up out of here, bro. Like that would be so crazy, bro. Like that's what we were waiting on to find out more on. Like nah, bro, that would just be nuts.
I can see it,
bro.
You can definitely see it.
You know what I mean?
I guess the question is when did Devon touch Luffy? Did that ever happen?
I mean, what? That's the thing.
Like we didn't see it happen on screen, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
That's a scary. Yeah.
No, I agree, but I feel like I don't think Oda would hide a detail like that if he was going to use it later.
Well, that's what I
mean. I think that would be just like Oda.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Well,
okay.
I would say my point is like he made it a point to see Katarina touch Saturn. That's what I'm using that. If Oda's gonna show Katarina touch Saturn, I would be shocked if he's gonna use it for Luffy. Why would he not do the same thing?
Yeah, but
at
now
least subtly, because you know how
now,
fans are, man. They would have found it years ago. They say Katarina, and they'll find the chapter in one day. One day,
bro. But look, what is her touching Saturn gonna do now? Because the nigga's dead. Like they know, everybody knows he's dead.
Well, actually, to be honest, it's those who are on the ship. And the girls say like they know Garling took over and stuff. But I don't know if they know they got Papa. Again, they probably did, but it's like everyone else like around the world doesn't know that fact. Like unless they actually want to report Saturn's death. But I get
what I'm saying, right? Is like for her to be able to use Saturn's appearance like to their benefit, it would have to be in the Holy Land.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
everybody there should know that he's no longer a Gorosei, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the Seraphim, right?
So
yeah,
and then right, at the if it did happen, Oda could just put a little flashback in there and show her at Egghead at one point how and then show us how she touched Luffy.
Yeah.
Oh, when he
Or
was knocked out.
Augur could have just
I could
teleported
see
her
it.
over real quick.
well,
and
knocked
just-
out, but I
Yeah, I
also
mean,
see
she was with Van Augur, so he can teleport her. So I mean,
Right.
it's like it literally could have happened at in any moment, any
Right.
second.
Yeah, but I also see another thing though, Matt, because you brought up the thing of Blackbeard pulling up on Elbaf. Now here's my thing. If Devon is with them, Luffy's out of commission, and the only thing that they came there for was to get that boy's complexion for whatever reason, that leads to the red line being taken out, and fall in line with the prophecy after, because we don't know if old girl saw the actual Luffy and it was just Katarina and Devon that entire time. But as you said, if Blackbeard pulls up here, there's always a chance Devon can just do that. We don't know if there's a supply count or how many likenesses that they can go and take and swap out from time to time. We don't know that.
I hope it's 9 though, because it's the 9-tailed fox.
Yes, and I think
You know,
that
I
I think that's what it could fall in line to. That would be, because can you imagine? It's like, yo, like everyone's just afraid of the fact that like Blackbeard's up close with Luffy, and Luffy's knocked out, whatever, and all this is for Devon to touch him, and then it's like then we see the real fear where it comes, because then the world's gonna look at it like, yo, Luffy was responsible teaming with Blackbeard, destroying the red line. Everyone's just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, it was in the papers. And it's like, wait, what the hell did that happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's something Oda would do, though, like, for real. And I can see that being the case for why, you know, again, old girl had the that future and stuff that she saw that whole thing happening. So, again, like, it was not crystal clear, but that could be the case. That would be frightening. Because then it's like, because this entire time, the world was trying to paint Luffy to be bad. You cannot, like, everyone's going to look at it like, no, this brother, he's wilding. But is it that brother? I don't know. I don't know.
But the thing is, like, if that were to be a reality, everybody would just take it as another day. I mean, this is a dude that took out Ennie's lobby. This is a dude that ran up on Marineford. This dude, they would have just been like, oh yeah, it's just that guy up to shenanigans again. No one would even blink an eye. If something like that were to happen.
And imagine how crazy this is. Like if Imu was to get taken out by Teach, and Teach flips the entire script where he becomes that king of the world. Because I don't know who it was we were talking with. I'm pretty sure it was with Brago, where the idea of Blackbeard potentially getting his kingdom, like the pirate Hachinosu and stuff, right, to be an official kingdom. That's a possibility, but I think now if he was to do that, become the king of the world, imagine that whole script flipping after, where everyone who's looked at Luffy, at least from the people that he worked with, as good, all of a sudden now looking completely different. And Blackbeard, the one that all that evil, crazy stuff, is now viewed by the people as, hey, he's a good dude and stuff, but we know that's not the case.
Right.
And actually, that just gave me an idea too. Going back to the Seraphim thing, he could pull kind of like a Doflamingo or a Crocodile, where like he has like Devon, you know, send the Seraphim out, but then Blackbeard stops the Seraphim, and then he's like, "Hey, look, I'm the hero," you know, whatever. And so that could almost start. And actually, going back to like the issues at Marine headquarters, that would be kind of interesting if that was it. They sick the Seraphim on the Marines, and then Blackbeard's like, "Well, let me save you." And now the Marines are like, "Hey, well, why is this guy saving us and not you?" Like, what's going on?
This is Blackbeard 101. He would do stuff like that. And going off what I see in chat right now, right? So Twitchy says, you might be cooking, because what if Luffy has to stay on Elbaf to recover from an injury? Time dilation will explain why only Katarina Luffy would be in the newspapers. That's the thing. Because I know people are trying to denounce the whole dilation stuff or whatever. I'm sorry, but like the reason Louis Arnott said that has to be for something. Because otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Like, don't stay there for too long. Why can we stay there for too long? It makes all sense. It makes all the sense in the world, bro.
There's no explanation for why that was said.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like,
and this is a dude that has 400.
Why not stay here too long?
Yeah, exactly. Because that would be a problem. That would have a problem right there. I'm telling you right now. There's a reason why Louis Arnott said that stuff. It's going to come into play in whatever way Oda wants to make sense of it. If that's the play, brother, manga of the year, once again. Which is like, bro, who else doing it, man? Who else doing it, man? But endings for Elbap, though, that I have to think of for myself now that we have to incorporate the stuff with Imu. I think if Luffy and Loki, at the very least, attempt to try to do what they can, I think it's going to come in correlation with, let's say, whatever's happening in Mary Joie, Blackbeard, Dragon come into the mix, and they have to go back. I think it's a mix of they're being pulled back, but Luffy and them are going to try and leave with something to get them out of there. The idea, at the very least, that they know Conqueror's Haki can touch someone like Imu, at the very least. That's something that they can get from it, but they'll probably end up taking a loss somewhere along the way. A body gets claimed, whatever. And then, I don't know, if Blackbeard is there, though, on the island, like Matt's saying, then it does throw a bit of a wrench in there, because it's like, you can't have a party. How can you go and throw a block party
Exactly.
after all that happens? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you were to throw that after the fact, I think you have to reserve Blackbeard outside of it. So that's like the two ways I can see it. Either how Matt says right there with Blackbeard coming in, that's how things go down, or they end up escaping afterwards. We have this party. Vivi comes through. We learn something insanely major in the Heaven Realm. Meet a Rouge along the way because just we have to for the sake of the time and stuff and see my dog. But then also the fact that it moves us on to the next part, which either we go to the moon, we escape from Elbaf, or go to wherever Lodestar, whatever is next. I think that's what I can see from my play, at least from how I interpret the stories. So,
yeah. Real talk on top of the moon, going back to that 3,000-year-old factory and the mural.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this at length whenever that chapter dropped, but it really is just like the architecture that's up on the moon. And so, if we were to have a moon piece coming in soon, like I said, man, keep an eye out on that 3,000-year-old building. That thing's gonna take us to the promised land.
I'm telling you, bro. You know what is crazy? I'm thinking about that laboratory now. You think about it, Recon, because I've always wondered how Oda is going to do the whole thing of revealing the name of the ancient kingdom, right? And I like, what are the like? If you had to imagine this arc, like that's the way it happened. Like they look through something, and there's just a name that just keeps popping up every single time. It's like, what the hell was so important about this name? And it's like that's the name of the ancient kingdom. Or something like somebody says that or whatever. It's just like
pops up
wow.
on a computer. On
you know what I'm saying?
Ancient 3,000-year-old.
It's like, bro. It's like, what is it supposed to mean, bro? Like, this doesn't mean nothing to me. It's like, no, it means something, bro. It means everything.
It means everything.
You know what I mean? But I think even the Heaven Realm could connect to that too, because like for all we know, like this laboratory could be a small part of whatever the heck's up there. They could have like a whole civilization similar to Shandora. Right. I feel in a lot of ways. I know we'll go back to like Alabasta Saga, tying into all the stuff that's been happening with Egghead, like before Egghead and like getting into Elbaf right now. But I could also see stuff with Skypiea tying into this too as well.
No doubt.
Being up in the Heaven Realm, and like I think some major, like, bro, we're gonna get some game-changing, game-defining stuff when that happens. So, man, what a good time to be a fan of the story, eh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Right,
dude, it's crazy, bro. Like, who would have thought at the beginning of this arc we would have had the Shanks twin brother theory coming true? We would have had the mural that completely changed the game. Emu showing up on Elbaf. The God Valley flashback to not only show what it did, because obviously we were expecting certain things from the God Valley flashback, but the stuff about like the Davy and all of that just blew my mind. And then to have obviously what we have right now with Luffy and Loki versus Emu potentially incoming, it's just what a time, man. Bro. Like it's a good time.
It's really like, we've been reading this story for, I mean, a lot of us have been reading for 10 plus years, 20 plus years. Probably people have been reading since the summer of 97. If you ask those brothers, bro, this
summer of 97.
You know what I'm saying, man? Like, this has to be the time. Like, they were like, yes, I'm glad. Because, bro, like, there's been some weeks, man. There's been some months and years. But this is like, this is different gravy, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, when Oda, baby. What a legend, man. But, if you have anything else you want to ask the good brothers that are in here right now on the call and stuff, any questions you want to ask about the story or just whatever's going on right now as we close up and stuff, y'all let me know, man. But I appreciate I didn't get to say early on in the stream because this is Yap Piece, man. We talk and we talk and talk and stuff. So there's times I'm going to forget things or whatever. But I appreciate everybody who has been tuning in, watching the stream 2+ hours in, man. Y'all been locked in. So I do appreciate that for real. But if you have anything you want to ask and stuff, for sure, definitely let the boys know, man. But yeah, man, no, I mean, just, bro, I'm so grateful that this story exists, bro. Like, honestly,
bro, do y'all too, or specifically whenever we did the trio of I think it was Yumi and Dak that did the Arouge cast, right? Was it us three?
Yes,
bro. Remember, I think that was chapter 10, 1145. That we did it after.
Mm-hmm.
It just. I can't even fathom the fact that after that chapter, we were like, Arouge in the next 5 chapters.
Yeah, bro.
We got
rocks.
Bro, we got Emu and rocks that followed, bro.
What an amazing timing, man. We should try that again.
We learned that Rocks was Blackbeard's dad, like in
that same time,
that was
bro.
That was my peak, bro.
That was,
bro.
I
was like, you ever see that image of Gojo floating up in the air?
That was
yes.
That
was me when I saw Blackbeard's dad, bro. I went up. I was like, bro,
bro. Listen, that was me. That was me the following week when I saw Rocks pull up to Emu's chamber, bro. I was like, nah,
big ball. Big
And
baller, big baller energy. I say, yeah, he's built
Yeah.
different. He's different.
And
He's
then
built.
and then that was
bro.
me after we heard about the Davy back fights when he got all the crew members from
The
those. I'm like,
inspo and
bro,
stuff for it,
this
yeah,
like
man.
honestly, like the Emu appearance, you know, in the last chapter is big time, and like I'm not trying
Yeah.
to take away from it or anything, but
Yeah.
going back to the Rocks flashback, that chapter where like he was in the flower room, he killed an admiral. We learned he did the Davy back fights and all like all
Yeah.
that
Yeah, dude.
that was maybe the craziest chapter I've ever read. Like because the Emu
Yeah,
reveals
it
big time, but
was-
like
Yeah.
we knew we were gonna get it eventually.
For sure.
I had no idea like Rock is gonna kill an admiral, be face to face with Emu, running through the Holy
Yeah,
Land,
that
clashing
jump
with
was
Harold,
crazy.
getting out of there all by himself. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Dude.
that's some crazy stuff.
Bro, that
Yeah.
man really bodied an admiral, pulled up on Emu, and then conquers Hockey Clash with Harold.
Bro.
Back to
Rebound,
back to back.
And I wonder
Just-
if Oda actually shows it in the anime, because it's just like, yo, because just you imagine how crazy that's gonna be. Like one of the
Yeah.
craziest like one shots ever, bro.
Yeah,
Like I need to see that. I need to see it, man. But like I saw like even for me, like that chapter when we get the Rocks like debut finally happened, because it's like obviously it was alluded to like at some point we're gonna get it. I just didn't think it would be that quickly. But like the way I was already moved by Loki and just the whole stuff that was going on, just like damn, bro, like they don't understand each other, the love of the game, brothers and stuff,
Mhm.
whatever. Just to get this boy to pop up and be like, I'm only ask you 2 questions, man. Is this Elbaf and where's your pops at? I'm just like, bro, this dude, man, like yo, he's so
Bro, when-
goated.
Immediate.
Bro, the fact that he used a full blown swing of his sword on a child, that's when I
Yeah.
knew. I said, no,
Yeah.
this is-
Yeah, he's like,
Like, he had
I got an
time.
idea.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you.
bro.
Actually, this is a great question before we leave.
Mhm.
Do you think Rox is a good person? I really want to know. You
Ooh.
and Dak, everybody here. What is the
Yeah.
answer to that question?
I think he's
Yeah.
a conflicting character, like a lot of other people. He's
Wow, yeah.
probably
Yeah.
overall good, but I don't think he's like, you know, perfectly good. I think he's a little confusing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Yeah,
characters.
I think he's just what like he is what a pirate is. He has like those tendencies of like I want, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna do all this stuff, whatever. But there is a human heart in there, and I think that's what will separate him from being what Blackbeard is right now. Because again, we don't know if Blackbeard has gone the full gist of the story and stuff, or whatever happened, or this is just truly who he is. But that could also be a Davy Jones thing as well too. But I think just the character himself is just like, you know, he is the embodiment of what a pirate is. But the one thing that they couldn't take him to go up to that next level was his heart, because he had a lot of love still for his wife and kid, and was willing to go those next steps to be able to protect them. So I think
Dude,
that's
The
yeah.
only, what do you think, Recon?
So what I love this question, by the way. I think it's such a great question. In those last like 3 to 4 chapters, when Rox sacrificed his dream, what he'd been working for his whole life, to protect or to attempt to protect his wife, his child, and basically his friends, his family, his crewmates. It sort of represented the journey of a man, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Where you start off, obviously you have like these big lofty aspirations, and for a lot of individuals, they're willing to do whatever it takes to in order to reach that. And I think what was beautiful about Rox is we were able to see that journey of his life and how it led him ultimately towards a decision at the end where he had to make a choice between his dream and the thing he wants to achieve and becoming king of the world, and then ultimately the family that's before him. And he made the decision of choosing his family before him. And so if I am to judge a man by the final thing that he did, obviously so many sins leading upon the way, but
Yeah.
if I am to judge him based on the last thing that he did, I would say that Rox died as a good person.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, you said he died as a good person. Okay, because
Right.
this is I had this debate with a lot of people, and I was seeing people say Rox is a good person. He's not evil. Rox isn't evil, but he's not a good person. And I use the analogy of every drug lord, right?
Yes.
They have the same type of mentality. They love if you have you guys watched Narcos? Have you guys watched Narcos?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
Pablo
familiar
Escobar?
with it. I'm familiar with it, yeah.
Watch how Pablo loves on his wife and children and his family and takes care of the poor.
Yeah.
That is something he genuinely wants to do. But at the same time, he is a murderous, cutthroat villain. Now, Rox is not as murderous as Pablo, and Pablo does some things that are just straight up egregious.
Yeah.
But more in the sense is that if you're willing to kill, to maim, to injure, to get what you want, I don't think I can classify you as a good person because I think Oda does a good job of differentiating what is a good person and what someone is lovable.
Yeah.
You can love somebody who's evil. You can love somebody that's
That's
bad.
facts.
You
Yeah.
can, right? It's possible. We all have
Yeah.
friends in our lives. How many times have you met somebody that they're awful to some people, but to you they're not?
Yeah.
To you they
Right.
love you. To you they
Great
show
point.
up to you,
Yeah.
Great point.
right?
That's
So
true.
what I get scared of, and I love, mind you, Rox is one of my favorite characters ever. So this isn't
Same.
Rox hate.
Yeah, same. I mean, yeah,
I love, for me, I love talking about this stuff because I think a lot of the times you get so used to Oda making everyone turn out good. And because
Yeah.
Rox had a good ending, people think
Yeah.
Rox is a good person. And I'm like,
Right.
no, I don't even think Oda was trying to let you know he's a good person.
Good
I think
point.
Rox's death is the tragic fall of someone that made decisions that ultimately led to his demise.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Rox
100%.
deserved to die the way he did. He
100%.
deserved
Yeah.
it.
That's true.
Genuinely. It was not an unfair death. It's a
Yeah.
death of the path of someone that took that
Yeah.
took that route.
His
That's it.
his sins caught up to him at the very
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
For sure.
that's
Yeah.
exact,
Yeah.
and that's exactly it. So that's why I love asking people that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, let me see where your head's at, because when it comes to this stuff, I'm all, what's the word? What's the right word? It's not anthropology. It's human. It's sociology, human psychology. So many different
Yeah.
things. But
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm. Yeah, because I
No,
mean,
love
as you said there too, Jay, because it's like, we go and talk about this with with Rocks, and then you look at it with Teach. I don't think we're going to have those same things because I feel like, with him, he probably has the general idea of what happened with his dad, but it's like how he goes about things. It's like that is evil. Like, it's the name of the game as a pirate and stuff. But I can't, like, until I actually get to see him show that same love for his crew and whatever, which I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he's just that gluttony and greedy, which is why I've been of the firm belief that if he is going to die, the only way justified that I would be fine with, that would be cathartic to his character, is die by drowning. We have yet to see a character in the story die by drowning.
Yeah.
It would only make sense that if there's going to be somebody, for all the sins and greed that they have caused upon others, for his own benefit, it's going to be him. And it would just be like, listen, your dad, he died the way he did, but hey, at least I could look at him and say he did it the way it was intended. It wasn't like he did it on some bullshit. Teach unfortunately did on some bullshit. Now, unless again, we don't know what happened with his mom, because there's a lot of stuff that's been covered up still there. His upbringing after the fact, before he met Whitebeard, we don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we aren't aware of, like about his whole story, right? But like you said, the Rocks, I mean, like, listen, man, that brother is going to be top 10 until you get characters that we haven't seen the story yet that could contend with him 100%. In terms of writing. But he's definitely one of the best things that Oda has done in a long time. Because, like, the fact that we're having this conversation right now, like, I know there's been great characters before, but this is where I know Oda cooked with him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we got 2 arcs in a row that gave us, like, Kuma and Rocks are in my top 10.
2 goats.
I don't have to think about that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
easy.
I don't have to think about it.
Undisputed.
Undisputable,
Easily.
It's and it's so incredible to me the way that it was, and that's why I have so much like, I know Oda's gonna cook with Joy Boy and Emu and this stuff.
100%.
Going into what Jay was talking about with Rockstow and him being a good person, I love this conversation because all of Elbaf has been sort of teetering on this, and I would even say, going back to Egghead 2, when Vegapunk was talking about how we don't know if Joy Boy was, or we don't know who was on the right side of history, Joy Boy's side or Emu's side. But specifically in this arc, when they're talking about how Nika is seen as either a destroyer or a savior, depending on who you ask, and that's something I can't wait to see explored in the Void Century, because now with that statement, what I'm expecting is Joy Boy is going to be sort of similar to Rocks, not to the extent of from a character standpoint, but in terms of maybe Joy Boy died at the end because his sins caught up with him too, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Where to a lot of people, Joy Boy was a destroyer, and to a lot of people, he was also a savior, similar to what happened with Rocks. So it's that type of thing where I just know when we get to the Void Century and we fully explore that from both sides, because I think it's going to be a double-sided flashback, seeing it from Emu's perspective and Joy Boy's perspective. Seeing how all of that comes into play, especially after this last chapter, where we got to see how Emu sort of sees Luffy, Blackbeard, and all of them as like sort of his sins catching up to him, or like destiny catching up to him. Like I have been doing everything I could have done for the past 900 years to stop this from happening, and these flipping flagnards from 900 years ago just will not leave me alone. Like Davy still haunts me, Joy Boy still haunts me, and so I can't wait to see the roots of that in the Void Century, but I also can't wait to see the sort of payoff to that here in the present time. Because what it feels like is that Emu has a chip still on his shoulder of like, I'm not gonna let y'all take this from me. And that to me is exciting. Because to have somebody who's ruled over the world for 100 years and still feel like they're on the back foot of like, oh man, I'm the one that Destiny wronged. It's sort of, and that's how I feel about Blackbeard too, where it's like Blackbeard is trying so hard to get to the spot that is supposed to be gifted to Luffy. And it's like, no, that's my spot. And that's why I love Blackbeard so much, because that's what he's trying to get to. So for Emu to be like, you're not taking my throne, I want to see how that dynamic plays out between Emu and now Luffy here in a couple chapters, and obviously Loki as well. But all of that stuff, that conversation, I feel like can be had now because of characters like Rocks that is so gray and morally gray in the middle. So I just like what Jay was discussing here, I love talking about stuff like that because I think that's where Oda shines best, with his characters at least.
Yeah, and I also like, even just to bring up another character too that I know some section of the community feels a way about him, but I do think he got the writing I was hoping for, that in some cases maybe some didn't feel Odin got. But I absolutely loved the utilization that Harold got from Oda in this entire arc, because it's like
Harold was perfect, man.
Because it's like, you think about it, it's like a lot of the stuff that he was doing, it's like you understand it because it's this person that's trying to do good but doesn't realize that he is the elephant in the room. Very trying to stop that elephant. It's like, and I love that kind of stuff, because it's like, again, it's like that's the thing what's always been of history and stuff. You always feel like there are people that always want to be doing good things and stuff, because you can see that for sure. But when they don't realize that and how far they're willing to go to see that happiness for other people happen, even though the world's gonna look at you differently. Like, you go back to the whole thing about the whole, like, what the Giants did back then. We don't know the whole context and stuff, but that fear is still lingering within the present day, and it's like, you will try as hard as you humanly can, but like, that's how history is. And he was willing to go beyond and doesn't realize just by going beyond, you're just causing things to get worse and worse as time passes. So it's like, I felt so like, and it tied back into the stuff with Loki, because again, this is a character who didn't have a love, bro. He came out the womb, his mama throw him into the underworld.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Remind me,
bro, I was ready, bro. Listen, I was ready to squabble. You know what I'm saying? That was my son. That was my son. But bro, the way he diced up that bear climbing up back up the thing, like, bro, I was so, oh my god. And then just seeing like how they was treating him, her brother, which, by the way, thank God he got bodied. I'm glad they put the rest in peace sign on his ass. Like, they got him up out of there.
The brother was beating him on screen. Legitimately
beating
him,
that's wild. Feeding him garbage and stuff, trying to poison him, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you right now, and that's why I'm so, he's top 10 for me easily too, on the fact of what he did to her village, Estrid's village, out of respect for Ida.
Loki, bro?
Yes, because that to me, like, I know people are gonna talk the mural, talk about this and that. That's one of my favorite chapters in this entire arc. Off the strength that this man finally saw that damn love Ida gave him, bro. The juices, all that, bro. That's not love, mama, bro. Ida, That's a real mama.
You want to talk about a real queen, boy?
That's a real mama right there.
Talk about Ida.
My god, bro.
And I think that's why the chapter, when we came back from the Rocks flashback and we focused on the kids being saved by their moms, that's why that chapter hit me so hard, because I was like, this is the fruits of Harold's labor. He was never able to see, bro.
Exactly,
he was never able to see the next generation that would do this, bro. I was like,
And personally, for me, like, those things, like, I know, like, others will probably think we'll get that at the end, like, whatever happens later in the story. No, this is happening here because it's always been that thing with Oda. Like, Alabasta, we see how things paid off with Vivi, with her kingdom and everything. Everything happened in Skypiea, and then he's lobby. Like, we've seen that pattern. We're going to see that moment. Hardin stand by side with his little brother. Like, bro, like, because for me, that moment, I go back to Momo in Wano. I know we have our feelings and stuff, but to me, that moment with him, with telling his dad, like, hey, yo, I got it from here, Pop. Bro, to me, like, I love that moment, and I need that for Hardin and Loki, bro.
Dog,
you know what I'm saying?
I need the Hadrian Loki moment that Momo got at the end of Wano when he showed up in adult form and they were all bowing before him.
I'm
Yakuza style.
bro. I'm
You know what
saying,
saying, bro? That's what I
dog.
need, dude.
I need that, bro. But it's just like,
we need it,
bro. I'm telling you right now because I think we talked about this even with Brago, and I think we talked about this before in different combos and stuff. But I generally think that the ending of this arc, for me personally, like, I have a huge affinity to this arc and the way it starts. Like, bro, like I didn't even talk about the stuff with Robin, bro.
Oh,
the stuff with
dude.
Robin is like all like
Listen.
I still think about it every day.
Oh, me too, bro. That was the most emotional I've gotten over a One Piece chapter in a very long time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm gonna say since 1102.
The Bonnie stuff, like blew my. But this was like,
yeah. No, bro, but that Robin chapter, bro, I was
this
crying
is
almost every
decades,
page,
man.
bro.
This was decades,
dude.
bro. I'm just like, yo, how do you, bro? Bro, there's only certain off. I'm just listen, man. I have to glaze the boy, bro. But this is golden, man. This is what he do, bro.
Bro, that was my chapter of the year that year, bro.
Bro, my dog in that flow state, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he be in that state, bro. Like,
bro.
I just, if this arc ends the way it could intend, however Oda wants to do it, I think you're talking a top 5 arc in One Piece. Glaze, no glaze. I think it easily has that chance.
Listen. No question, dude. Yeah,
you know,
man. Yo, it sticks the landing, bro. We're looking at an all timer for sure,
bro. Yep. I'm like, and there's still so much stuff that's still, bro. Like I'm like, bro, hold the weight of this arc against some of the ones we've seen past before, bro. It's like, bro, the peak of the peak is the only thing that can stand against it, and the things that can top it are where's to come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's 100%. Bro. It's brilliant, man. Like, but what a bro. Oh, you're saying Recon? My bad.
Oh no, it's all good. I was just gonna say, I gave a huge shout out to Dak on stream the other day, because I was losing my mind when Brook was moving different against Emu, where I was like, yo, I know Dak is having the time of his life right now, boy. I know that boy is going crazy.
I'm getting flashbacks to Whole Cake with like the random Brook hype. You know what I'm saying? And whenever Brook was standing up to Gunko and yelling like Princess Shuri, I was hoping I'd never see your face again. I'm like, oh man. That's not. I was expecting like, oh, you went missing from the kingdom. We were wondering what happened to you. Nope. He's like, get out of here. I hate you. Man, I was all about that.
Yes, sir. Dude, Brooke. Like, I have to give a huge shout out to Brooke and Frankie. Since like, I don't know, man. I want to say this is like freaking Whole Cake or Dressrosa. These dudes have been on Demon Time for like past like 10 years, bro. It doesn't matter who's in front of them. It could be an admiral, the king of the world, a Yonko. Brooke and Frankie always stand on business, bro, and I really respect them for that. My guys.
Man. Especially Brooke in this arc too, bro. When Gunko's like, "Yo, you gonna be my slave? You gonna write up some music?" It's like, bro, I got this king of the pirates soon to be, man. I gotta attend to, bro. Like, what you talking about, bro? Like, what is men talking about, bro? It's just like, dude, man. Also, shout out to Par. I see in the chat right now. My man said Ragnir eating Kaido. Ah, man. Hey, listen, boy.
Ragnir eating Kaido.
Shout out to Par, man. That's my guy.
Bro.
We call that woke nonsense, Par. That's what we call it.
Nah. Hashtag take a bite, bro. Like, yo, man, that's my boy, bro.
End it now.
Bro. He said Brooke taking Emu was wild. Can't take a body if Brooke don't got one. I don't know, man. I'm
kind of cooking.
Bro, Par, I'm Par. Par, next piece, you know I got you with the break week, bro. So we most definitely will get that. But yo, Kaido 56%. Man, we disrespecting Ragnir now.
Add me on there too, bro. I love Kaido too much, man. I'm sorry, Ragnir, but I gotta pick my boy Kaido.
Yo,
the fact Ragnir's at 44% is more than I thought. You know, that's promising.
I definitely didn't go on my all real quick, just like sneak a vote in there too. But like, big dog. Oh, but there was a question I did want to ask y'all and stuff before we get to the tail end and stuff of it. Because where was it right here? I saw it was something like, what was the delve through? I think that would affect Emu or like cause Emu more of a problem between Luffy's or Chopper's because of the whole Force God stuff. What would you guys think that would cause more problems for Emu right now?
I'm gonna still say Luffy's personally.
Okay.
But
can I say Blackbeard's?
You can go ahead and say that. Yeah, for sure. Let's put a third option. What do you think, Jay? How about Blackbeard? Yeah, Blackbeard. Okay.
You know what my answer is. There is one.
you know.
That is true,
bro.
Yo, if I had to say like about Chopper though, and I mean this is just my theory, but I feel like it's going to be the Rumble Balls, not his Devil
Oh
Fruit
man,
specifically,
no,
because he
bro.
did eat one right before he did all that, right? He did it in Monster
Bro,
Point.
that is true.
And I did this whole theory. We don't have to go through the whole thing, but it could tie to Hiriluk's cure or Kureha's secret to her youth, because like both of those could
Ooh.
have a tie into this, right?
Okay.
Like Chopper made the Rumble Balls after Kureha had Hiriluk's medicine in her possession,
Mhm.
That
and
is true,
obviously
yeah.
she's had this secret the whole time. So I feel like it's the Rumble Balls for some reason.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
and maybe Usopp can shoot one in Emu's mouth, and that's how we get out of here. I don't know.
That would be crazy. You may just, bro,
Yeah.
yo, just pop it in the mouth, bro. That's just
Yeah, I mean it's
that's straight
already
Usopp, bro.
it's already like a like one
Just
of his
pop it in
ammo
him.
pellets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I mean, shoot.
I don't know how else you want to put it, bro, but hey, man, that's how I gonna do it, man. That's how I gonna do it.
I get it. No, I know what you're trying to say, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
Headshot. Like that's the only way you can do it, bro. Like you know what I'm saying.
World,
Let me
man.
see.
You said it, man.
Hey, man,
Sometimes
I'm
you
just,
gotta-
hey, bro. Hey, man, if Oda has that thought, bro, you gotta put on big, bro. Let me see. There's another question I saw here. What's the connection with Emu and the butterflies? Is it Lily's favorite? That's crazy, Winston. I wouldn't even think about that, but that would be nuts if that's what
Lily's
that correlation is
favorite?
for. Like her favorite,
Mm.
she loved butterflies. And Recon, and
Oh.
I'm gonna say this with you, Recon, because you understand this a little bit more as a
Yeah.
persona enjoyer and the
Mhm.
butterflies and stuff and what that symbolizes.
Yes,
I'm telling you all
yes.
right now, bro. If Oda knows real gas, man, boy, we about to get a godly flashback in the Void Century,
Bro, Laz, and think about what Emu is. Emu's attempting to be the ruler of life and death, right?
Yes.
Which is like the butterfly is like the thing that
Yeah.
represents like. Oh,
I'm telling you, man. This author is
Yes.
he's something else, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Love it.
You know, this is why, like, I joke around when I say it, but it's not really. When I don't call him Wash, whatever, and stuff. And he comes out with Peak. I don't do it for hate. I don't do it for a bit. I do it for the love of the game. I gotta always come correct
Love
on
the
my
game,
guys, make sure that they stepping on the gas and they do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Love the game, baby.
no facts, bro. Let me see. I think there was another couple questions I saw when we were going through the yaps and stuff. Let me see. One I saw there. Garling killing Zebek was well, I mean, no, Garling had to do what he had to do, bro. At the end of the day, that's the only way he was gonna get that body, anyways.
Yeah.
Because if not,
I mean,
Zebek was
I-
playing keep ups with them. So
I respected it, right? Because obviously what happened to him early in the arc, and just the type of individual that Garling most certainly was, especially at that time. It was not only in character, but it made sense to me.
yeah,
So I respected it, and I love the direction that Garling's character has taken ever since then. Like we were talking about earlier, with like what he's currently scheming and whatnot, and I just think I think the way that Garling has been handled has been of the more interesting ones of all of those characters, the Gorosei, the Holy Knights. I can't wait to see what Oda does with Garling next.
oh
Definitely
yeah,
fascinating
Agreed.
character.
I
he's
agree.
definitely plotting something crazy. Like
Yeah.
And
He
something
is.
interesting about like him killing Rocks is now that we have some context from the other Domi Reversi victims where like Dory and Brogy were okay afterward, right? Like they are still
Yeah.
alive and everything. I think that moment at the end of God Valley hits a little bit different because I don't know about you guys, but at least whenever I first saw it, it kind of felt like Rocks might be dying anyway, but he's just finishing him off because he wants some vengeance or whatever. But now we
Yeah.
can look at it like, no, Rocks might have got up and been alive. And so Garling was like, I got to wait here till this is over and finish him off
Yeah.
because I know he's going to be alive whenever he's done with the form, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a little more context there where like there was a legitimate purpose to it. You know, Rocks may
sure.
not have actually died. So,
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I
100%. I've been thinking about that a lot ever since that Dorian Brogy chapter for sure.
think. Okay. Now, see, I'm trying to look to see if there's anything else, but I think we kind of cleared up everything that we had. So unless somebody sneaks in like a last minute donor or whatever, man. I mean, listen, I appreciate everybody who snuck through this entire stream today. It was a banger, honestly. I'm glad that y'all were able to pull up and stuff on a Thursday and everything. You know, I know for some it was like last second I was setting y'all up and everything, but like I know the community, we need to gather the good brothers and sisters and stuff in time when we can, because you know we don't get to do this stuff often. The story won't be
Sure.
around for too long, but they'll do this is definitely great. So I appreciate y'all coming through, yapping about the greatest adventure story ever told. But yeah, if you guys have anything, questions you guys want to ask in the comment section that we didn't get to answer in chat, please let us know. If there's anything specific you want to ask any of the good brothers that are here right now and stuff in the comments as well, do that. Make sure to check the pages if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure everyone we're all tapped in, but if you're not, what are you doing? Go tap in right now. next piece we'll probably end up doing, I think, at the next break week. So we'll see how that goes after. And yeah, man, I think that's gonna. Oh wait, intro. Hold on. I forgot to close it off last time we went over there, so the intro's playing in the background. But yeah, what's it called? But yeah, Sunday we're gonna have Kagurabachi. Next chapter and stuff is gonna be happening. We got Monday, I think it's gonna be Donadon afterwards, and then we got One Piece coming up later in the week. So whenever the next break week ends up happening for One Piece, we'll try and get another Yap piece after. Hopefully it's a big set of chapters we can talk about. Get some of the brothers back in, maybe some new faces and stuff. Let me know who you guys would like to see. And guys, if you have anything else you want to say right now, let me know. And chat, spam the emotes away, man.
Oh, dude, yo! First and foremost, I got 2 shout-outs to give from this season of anime. Number 1, my favorite of this upcoming gen, Akane Banashi, my beloved, finally got an anime. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're out here, big Akane on the big screen. So happy to have her back. I'm sorry, so happy to have her, you know, being in the rightful spot she deserves, which is in the spotlight. But number 2, a returning legend, a returning Hall of Fame, Diamond No Ace, baby. We're back.
Yes, sir. Talk about it. Don't talk about my GOAT. The best sports anime out there, boy.
Come on.
Tell me about it. Talk about my son Saw more, dog. They don't know about my son, boy.
We are back, baby. And as far as I'm concerned, we're about to be better than ever. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait.
Bro, I am so excited, dog. You understand? I love this series so much, and the fact that I haven't seen my. People have been telling me, bro, if you were screaming before, it's over for you. Yeah. You're done.
Yeah, man.
I'm so ready, bro.
Dude, it's an exciting time. So yeah, it's a good season of anime, man. We've got a new up and comers. We've got old banger favorites. So shout out, man. But I'm just so happy to have Diamond No Ace back. I feel like it hasn't been here in so long.
Yeah, man. Oh my, bro, I've rewatched the series so many times, and it just hit me that my God, it's back. I was watching the first episode, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like I've never seen this before. Like it's new content.
It's new content finally after all this time. Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Solid, man. Shout out to the boys, bro.
Shout out to my son, my firstborn.
Big facts, bro. Big facts, man. Domino Ace, bro. You already know what it is, man. That's heritage right there. That's sports greatness right there. Akane Banashi, if you're not tapped in, man, let me tell y'all right now. Real cinema's here. Real Rakugo is finally here, man. So tap into that for sure. But what a good time this was, definitely, man. And I appreciate again, like everybody came through. Comments down below, like the stream, like the VOD if you're watching through the whole thing. Shout out to everybody came through, from Jay to Recon, Dak, Rago, Naya, Mugiwaga, Matt B came through even too, man. So I appreciate my boys showing up. Let us know your thoughts on the comment section below. We will see you guys for the next chapter when it does drop, and hopefully for the next Yap piece. We'll be here no matter what. And yeah, man, spam away the emotes, emojis, everything that makes you feel how you feel about One Piece. Spam it away. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.